I think we're in. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, we are in. So let me make sure our sound is good. Hi everybody. We're gonna do an intro, but let me double check. We are streaming tonight on 3 channels. So we are doing that. So let me just sound check. I think I can hear us on Twitch. I think you can hear us just then too. And then I think that YouTube is looking like it's looking good, guys. So let's jump on in then. Hi, everybody. I am KT. You're watching Just a Mind That Sims, and I am here tonight with a special guest. You just saw us last week, though. I'm here with Jen, the GX Summer. How are you, Jen?
I'm doing fantastic, KT. Thank you very much for having me on your channel. I cannot wait to talk about today's gameplay trailer. It looks absolutely incredible. There's so much we got to go through.
Yes. And look, normally, actually, we're on your channel, which is Jen, the GX Summer. Hey, OG
We
Bone, how
are.
are you? And we are streaming on my channel, and we are streaming on Twitch as well. So we over here trying to
Wow.
do it big.
We're big time here.
We are. We're big time.
We are. Absolutely.
So yeah, I hope everyone is doing great. And let me do my formal intro. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. You're watching Just a Mind That Sim in Jen the GX Summer. I'm KT, and
I'm
what is the
Jen,
rest of
GX
my
Simmer.
time? And she's Jen the GX Simmer. So if you like to have fun and we're here today for Sims 4 Live podcast.
Yes.
So if you like to have fun and you like a good story, please consider liking, subscribing, following, commenting. Just do all the things to all of our channels.
Big time.
It's great to see you too, OG. So we are here tonight because we are talking about what, Jen?
We're talking about the new gameplay trailer from Adventure Awaits. And what adventure is awaiting us today? Let's get into it and let's find out.
So we have got this trailer, and as a matter of fact, let me share it with sound because I think I don't have the sound turned on. So let me just reshare my screen with sound. But while I'm doing that, what did you think, Jen? What did you think of the trailer?
I was very impressed the way they did the gameplay trailer. I think they showed a lot of things we didn't see in the actual trailer. They went through a lot of detail, especially about the imaginary friends. I think a lot of people are going to find that they have the right dose of creepiness and cute. One simmer in particular, I know little Simsy is like freaking out over the imaginary friends.
Is
She
she?
never she never liked them in Sims 3. I don't think she's gonna like them in Sims 4. But
They are creepy.
yes, they are creepy. But I personally like them. I think they have a nice balance. I think they are going to be some of the best versions of imaginary friends that we've seen. And I can't wait to get these guys in game and play with them. And also today, if you were watching on Discord, they had a live Q&A chat with Simguru Nova, Molly. She was one of the producers on this pack, and she went through a lot of questions and answers about the imaginary friends, what they're capable of, what they can do, and how they are going to really be fleshed out in game. It was really interesting. I did not watch the whole thing because unfortunately I had a phone call. But and besides that, I was at work, so I was working. And I was working. I was
Yeah.
just listening to it in the background, so I was doing my job.
That's
So
I
don't
was
be mad at me.
multitasking today too.
So if my boss is watching, yes, I was working today.
She was
So,
working. Jen works hard.
but I was listening to it in the background, and it
Yeah.
was really interesting what they were saying about the imaginary friends. And just like in Sims 3, you can make them real once you
Right.
hit the teen years, and then are regular Sims after that. But they also
They are
have
regular
their little
Sims.
special traits that will accompany them.
Yes. You are right. And if you're in the chat, tell us if you saw the trailer, what you thought about it. We're gonna just play little pieces of it and talk about it. But
Fast
you
forward,
were
by the
talking
way.
about the trailer.
But I think what it really needs is a play button. And I'm not just saying
There
that
we
because
go.
I can exist
There
otherwise.
we
So
are.
come on,
He is
adventure
creepy.
awaits.
I can't.
Imagine this kid's life was full of fun.
So,
I
so
think
look,
he's cute. Creepy and cute. The
he's creepy
evil one.
cute.
They show the evil one in this too. Did you just catch the evil one?
Well, this is the thing. I couldn't tell which one was the evil one and which one was the creative one. And then this one threw me because he did a mad scientist laugh later in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right,
Mm-hmm.
they have some special features. So
Playgrounds,
it
Don't
was
recreation,
forget
a point where
that
you,
even
I didn't
yeah,
mean to interrupt. I'm sorry.
no,
I
you're
apologize.
fine.
Um, don't forget that when they age up to teens, we can add on traits to them. So you could have someone who starts out like friendly and normal, and then you can change them over to evil, maniacal, cringe, whatever you want to do to these
Yeah.
things later.
I, right. Ashley said
Hello, Ashley.
excited. Hi, Ashley. And she said she agrees. She doesn't know which one is which. I was like, I thought I knew the evil one, but then I was like, I don't know.
I think I know
But
which one's the
let's,
evil one.
yeah,
a silly
let's
game of
get to the where
handshakes.
we see
I
all
win.
four
Wait, did
friends.
I win? I've got a
And I
rock.
did like that they could play rock, paper,
Occasionally, he'd go
scissors
off and
with
do his own
the.
thing.
Okay, look, this right here.
Yeah.
You can send them back to imaginary land, which I figured I
Mhm.
was just making them a doll again. Or you can be friends to the end.
Mhm.
Let me tell y'all, if you grew up anywhere near the time frame, and Jen, I know you know, but honey, that's that buddy, that's that Chucky thing,
Oh
I'll
no.
be your friend to the end. I'm like, Chucky want to be your friend to the end. And they
Honey,
did
no.
that on purpose. Yes. Chucky used to be like, I'll be your friend to the end. I'm like, no, thank you, Chucky. No, thank you to this imaginary doll either. Cause that's Chuck imaginary boost. Does that mean they're gonna boost the kids' learning
Mm,
or
that
imagination skill or what?
that is a very good question. I am not sure what that is exactly.
And the
That could
goodbye
be.
forever was cute because we saw that
Yeah.
with the unicorn or what's your unicorn imaginary friend?
Yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
fine.
so
No, I mean
I
it. As an
see he's
imaginary
back.
friend,
I
I
like
was
the
just like the
animations.
others of my kind.
Okay.
It was my duty.
This one, I think,
Good.
the one with the eyes, the dark eyes. It looks
Is
like a
evil?
goth. I think that's the evil one.
This one?
Not that one. Go
Okay,
back a
not
little.
this one.
Go
Go
back
back
a
a
little bit.
little more.
Actually, if you press the come button, you can do it frame by frame.
Oh, wait. I did not know
It
that.
was
Yeah.
my
I
duty
Comma will,
wondered.
to care for my kid.
that's how I did it
So,
last time. Comma will bring you back.
oh,
But
Period will bring you
well, honey,
forward.
I'm hitting the
I'm
comment and
painting
it's
you
not
as four
happening.
imaginary.
Pause, pause it first.
Baby, pause
But
it.
every kid.
All right. Now
Oh,
try.
that's cute too. Okay, let's see. Oh, Jen has the knowledge, y'all.
All right.
Okay.
That one I
Jen,
think is the evil one. Yeah.
I kind of thought that. And then this one, okay, why does this one have like the ram horns hat on?
I
You
know.
see
That's weird. That is
that?
weird. That reminds me of the hat from the Flintstones, the water buffalo with the horns.
Yeah, it does. I didn't even think of that. Because Flintstones was my thing. And they go drinking those beers. They used to do anything in the cartoons in our day, didn't they?
Do you know there was a commercial with the Flintstones in the 60s that featured them selling cigarettes?
I believe it because baby, they used to sell us a cigarette. Then I'm
And
watching Netflix today, Love Is Blind Friends, and they blurred out this guy's cigarette. I said, "Whoa, how far we've come, right?" I didn't
yeah,
know because we know we have a creative, a evil, a goofball, and what's the other imaginary friend? It's four. Um,
let me pull up the blog post
evil,
real quick.
creative, goofball, and then there's one more. So I was like, I couldn't tell which one was the creative because the one that you said is evil, which I see it in her, but competitive. Thank you, Ashley.
Oh, competitive. Okay.
Competitive. I was looking at these. I'm like, well, maybe the rainbow hair girl unicorn is the competitive one. She's got stars like she's going to the Olympics or something. I don't know. But then I was like, evil. I thought the one you were talking about is evil too. But then I'm like, she's got handprints on her apron. I'm like, maybe she's creative. I don't
Oh,
know.
that could, yeah.
But I don't know. This one, this green one, I don't know what he's giving.
That could be, this one could be evil for all we know.
It's giving Frankenstein. And I don't know if that's evil.
It was my duty
But
to
I
be there
like
for
the
my kids when you
interaction.
needed me.
I like that in the background we meet I'm finna call this guy Ricky Jen. The camp director, Nigel. I think his name is Nigel.
Yes,
Like the
Nigel.
wild thornberries.
There you go.
Nigel, when we meet him in this trailer, he's like a toddler. And he has this imaginary friend. Oh,
Ooh.
I knocked my light out. How I knocked? Oh, it's back.
There you go. Technical difficulties.
Nigel, me tapping the desk. Nigel, imaginary friend, was in the background in the beginning
Right.
as a toddler, and then we see him growing up playing hide and seek. This is so cute to me right here.
Yeah, that was
That
sweet.
so she's like, I got friendships now. You serve me well, imaginary friend. Goodbye. Love
Pretty much.
it. I'm
She's
with
grown
her.
up. Yeah.
Yes, I don't want to be
Not
friends to the
Nigel.
end.
Our friendship was
Look at
so
Nigel.
strong.
Look, offer to make real.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting this. Were you expecting this from Imaginary Friends, Jen?
I know that in Sims 3 you can make them real, but there's a process you have to go through to do it. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
kind of glad in a way that they skipped that and they just give you the option to do, you know, make them real if you want them to be real.
Yeah. And I honestly forgot you could make them real. I was just remembering marrying the actual imaginary friend as they were.
Yeah.
But it's been so long since I played Sims 3.
My sim had an imaginary friend that carried her all the way through adulthood, and he never changed. And finally, I got the thing to change him into a real person. And then when he became a real person, he was 10 times as bad.
Oh,
He was
that's not
like
good.
a cheater, a liar. He set
Oh,
fires.
and in this one, now in the Sims 3, the imaginary friend, I think the outer appearance of even the doll was really creepy. Like it was creepier. But these, like this one looks so friendly, it's almost worse. I don't know. They're
Yeah.
both bad. And
Yeah.
No
so,
goodbyes here.
but
Now
I
I get
like
to experience
I like
everything
the
this world has to
animation.
offer.
I would be interested to see I would be interested to see like the one that looks like a unicorn or the one with the ram hat on. Are they
Yeah.
what do they look human when they
Yeah, that what they do show them. Where did they
what
show
they look
them?
like later?
I think they showed them in this trailer what they look like
Okay.
later. Yeah.
We're gonna go through it. We're gonna find out. This is the other thing. In the first one, I knew that we saw adults on the canoes. I did not
Mhm.
realize that the children age Sims could canoe
Yeah.
as well.
That's really great. And I wonder if that's a precursor to other boats which may be coming out in the future. If you can take out a boat, can a child take out a boat, a sailboat?
Yeah, that would be so nice.
We're
Cause
all
once
about
they
adventure
start,
and Yippee Point.
okay, I did like downtown because I felt like in the first trailer we didn't see this. I'm saying it's a downtown because it's probably the closest thing to one.
Yeah.
Um, and where is this world based off again, Jen?
New Zealand.
New Zealand, which is on my bucket list like 50 other places. But this
Nice.
reminds me of some Alaskan towns, which I have been to. Well, it's technically
Oh,
Southeast Alaska. And this reminds me of some of the Alaskan towns. It looks really like if it was real, it's like fresh air and nice. And
wow.
small and quaint, you know? So yeah, I really like this. I like the model of the town in the center right here. Pretty
Yeah.
nice.
If
Yeah, it
you're
looks beautiful.
there's none
The
better than
geyser,
Getaway.
great.
Say goodbye
They
to your
do
And
everyday routine
they do worlds so well. They really do.
they
Now
ace worlds every time.
check this out. Watch this guy when he jumps in the pool.
and
His
hello.
pose,
And freeze
boom.
them.
Yeah, I got that. His pose. Cause
Yeah.
I thought he went down the slide posing when we saw still shots before the video came out.
What's that
I
song?
thought he was posing going off the slide, but no, he just dived into the water and posed.
Freeze
No
frame.
doubt.
Dun, dun.
Yeah. Freeze frame.
That's great. I hope they
Yes.
have more poses that like that. That's
Oh, I
terrific.
hope
To
so.
something new.
It was nice. And then I like how they actually were jumping with the weights and really doing
Hmm.
weight training. So
Yeah.
that's pretty nice.
This is
And I
what
wonder, mhm,
this is what you see with weight training. These are the exercises that I would see with bodybuilders when they would do weight training and also in the gym in
yes.
general.
See, and they made it real realistic. So I wonder if you have, isn't there a fitness stuff pack or a fitness
There
some kind
is.
of pack?
There
I
is.
wonder will it have any new abilities with this pack? I just thought
Good
about it.
question. Good question.
So yeah,
I bought the fitness stuff pack. I wish I hadn't, but I did.
I
And
didn't.
the thing I like about it was that rock climbing wall. That's the main reason why I got it. And I also like the earbuds that are in it because
I
you can
want
have,
earbuds so bad.
when it goes on sale, I recommend it.
You
At
know,
full price, yeah.
everybody was complaining about the free earbuds they were giving away, but I started playing The Sims 4 late
Hmm.
because I kept playing The Sims 3 for years after 4 came out. And so I missed the free earbuds.
Yeah, what happens is they give you this thing. Your sim has one free earbuds, and you look in the inventory and like, okay, where are the free earbuds? Where do I
Yeah,
get
because
them?
I get that and I don't have them. But I love the spin class again.
If you're not sure where
Yeah.
to
And we get the blender.
Blender.
Yes. The other thing is all the hairs in the pack. I love the
Yeah.
lady in the orange, the two braid kind of a straight style. I
Yes.
love the afro curly hair. And I don't know what that is, but Nigel, our guide or who we've been talking about, he
Hmm.
has a curly style that's clearly a new hair as well.
start, there are three
Hmm.
unique
But I'm really
venues for each.
liking it. We get another screenshot of the communities.
There's one hairstyle that reminds me of Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter.
Yes, I
I look,
know what you're talking
yeah, yeah.
about.
for you to explore. Or you could
So
host or
these are the
plan the
3
perfect
pre-made
getaway.
areas in the
Getaways
game.
have a schedule to
Let's talk about the schedules. What do you think about the schedules? The
I
hairs are
like
great.
this.
Ashley said the hairs are great. What do you think about the schedule?
I like this because at 1 o'clock to 8 a.m., your Sims will actually go to sleep. You
Okay.
can have different activities, like you see, enjoy the outdoors, have dinner, mix and mingle. This, of course, is the romantic competition, but you can really customize it. And I
Mhm.
really like this feature. This is giving me B&H vibes. This is giving me a little bit of my wedding stories vibes as well. And they honed it. They really gave it a nice shine. And I like this a lot. I think this is going to add a lot of options to the game and it's going to make it a lot of fun for a lot of players.
I love this. And I liked how you said, they talked about you can put one thing on the schedule, nothing, or pack the schedule out.
Right.
And I'm sure for the other sims that are at the getaway, they will automatically follow the schedule. But the sim you're playing, I'm wondering, like, if you're supposed to have breakfast at 8, will they automatically wake up or will you have to be responsible for making sure they're on schedule? My sim's
Right.
going to be late for everything if I got to. Hey, Candy.
Hello, Candy.
And yeah, you just got off work. The hairstyle, yeah, we were just talking about the hairs are beautiful. And Ashley says she loves the schedules. Yes, I'm liking the schedules, guys. I can't wait to schedule my Sims days. So let's see what
Keep you
else
on
we
track,
got
but
here.
some also
Yeah.
introduce other elements to keep you on your toes. Like
The romantic competition. And see, she's like, nope. And so what what I found out today, because in the first trailer, we
Hmm.
knew we could set up like reality show style competitions. What I found out in this one is you can do these competitions for kids. You can have a creativity competition or
Right.
a paper crafting, or you can have a cooking competition. You can do whatever they have, and they do have 14 rules. These are called rules. They have 14 rules that I saw in the trailer, like when I
Right.
screenshot. So yeah, I'm like, I think this is great.
my memories with Nigel
I
are
love this. I think this is wonderful.
I get it if you want to
So
keep
far,
Yeah.
I'm
you, but
seeing
yeah,
a
loves
lot of this pack. Did you see Danielle Build's video today?
I didn't see her video today. I didn't see anything. I pushed to get like the short and a long video out, and I went over lunchtime to do that, and
I
then
have
I was back to work.
I have to say this, and I'm so happy for her. She is so excited about having her builds featured in the Adventure Awaits expansion pack. When she saw her build in the trailer, she's like, "That's my build." She was she was
She was
so
ecstatic.
happy. Yeah, well deserved. Such a wonderful person. She really deserves this. I'm really
She's such
happy
a
for her.
good builder. She's
She
such a
is.
good builder. So you wonder if we could use those schedules in different ways. Yeah, we're gonna look at the schedules in more detail when we catch them in the trailer. And also they did the end of the trailer is about cross pack
bed and
compatibility.
breakfast
So
Yes.
that's a
scenes,
good thing that you
or
brought up,
maybe
Candy.
evil.
Yes.
Okay, here, starting here, well, in the
Mhm.
middle, you see they did like a evil scientist getaway. We
Mhm.
got the rockets.
From Get to Work. Yep.
Hmm. We've got the observatory, and you see they got about 20 satellites over here in the corner.
And I like the lighting. The mood of the lighting is really cool. They did a
They
good job
turned
on
the
that.
lights red and green and different funky colors to so we know that we could set up a getaway for other things because like you said, Jen, this is get to work.
Villain social
And
hideaway.
see, this one I thought he was evil for 2 seconds
Yeah. Well, he might
because
have the evil trait. I mean,
he might
you
he,
can't
he might
customize.
he might have an evil trait
Ah.
because I was like, sir,
I reckon it's
okay,
easiest to modify an
this
existing getaway
we
since
are
they
in
already
plan
have
a
built-in
getaway.
schedules and
Right.
You were talking about businesses and hobbies.
Hmm.
And this is very much like that because we've got presets,
Right.
which is cool because we found out that presets will already have roles assigned and a schedule made out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you don't want to do a preset, you can actually create your own setting,
Customize. Right. Right.
customize it. Ashley says she almost can't believe all the customization. It's so detailed.
I
I
agree with
agree.
Ashley. Yep.
And as long as everything works, but I believe it can because Jen, you were just talking about this a team that did life and death.
Yes.
And I said in my review that I think some of those people must have worked on businesses and hobbies as well, because it's a
I think
lot of
so.
it in there. And guess what? Those two packs work great.
Yes, they do. Yes, they
Yeah.
do.
Life and death worked so good, Jen, that's what made them go back and fix the wedding pack because
Yep.
the funerals work like weddings.
Yes.
And now the weddings work better than ever.
I think so. Except sometimes when they have that glitch where you can't get married at the arch.
Yeah. Yeah.
That drives me crazy. Well, I had a video. What was it? A couple of weeks ago, where they couldn't get married at the arch, and I'm like, "Oh, go over here and look."
You see this question, Jen? Do you think that the schedules could be used outside of a getaway, like to plan
Oh,
dates and stuff?
that is a great question. I think so. I think so.
It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. And even if they don't have it set up to do it, I mean, I like the idea of it, right? I really
Yeah.
like that. And
Yeah.
you know what? It's not that far from the new date system. Sometimes I still use the old dates when I want a quick date, but the new date systems have quite a bit of customization in there.
This reminds me a lot of Sweet Life's Mod, the way that it's set up. It looks like they've
Okay.
taken some inspiration from that and
Okay.
brought it over into here, but it's very, very different from the UI that Lot 51 uses. However, it's still along that same line where
Mhm.
you can have activities that your Sims will do, and you will have different roles assigned, like a cook, a host, a massage therapist, whatnot.
Okay.
And as you see, we've got a role library. So you might have a chef, massage therapist, whatever you want there.
You might.
Right.
You're right. And Candy says she agrees that they do, that they have similarities. I've never played it, but I watched Jen's video about it. And Candy says she got life and death and still hasn't done a done anything with it yet. She
I
did a
love Life
funeral.
and Death. Life and
I
Death is
love
my
Life and
favorite.
Death. It's great, and I'm not an
Roles,
occult player.
but you can.
So we see on these roles for the example of the kids camp, you got a camp director, we've got two camp counselors and
Hmm.
eight campers. So I
Yep.
like that it shows you how many, so you can change the number of people you have in the
Always make the days as
roles.
full or as
And
chill as you like.
you see they added things in the
Choose where
time
your
slots,
getaway will
took it
be,
away.
how long
And
it
you can
takes.
create roles, different roles. So, what other roles can you create or can you customize it?
Can you customize the roles? See, I don't know. I wonder how they would fit all the different things, because I was thinking about how I'm building all these businesses for businesses and hobbies. If
Hmm.
you build those for a getaway, how would you be able to have those already in the game? You don't. You have to
Yeah.
customize them.
Yeah. And the other
So
thing is,
yeah,
there are certain businesses that will not work with businesses and hobbies. And there are certain businesses that, you can only do with businesses and hobbies, but you
yeah,
can't do unless they are a specific lot type. Like, for instance, in cats and dogs, you have the veterinarian lot type.
okay,
And that's
right.
all it is. It's a veterinary hospital. So if you want to build an apartment above the garage, you can't do that. Technically, you
Mm,
can and just keep people out of it, because that's what
mm-hmm.
I do usually. But if you wanted it to be, you know, in your house, you wouldn't be
Right.
able to do that. But then
Okay, I
again, you
see.
have, right, business and hobbies opens it up to a whole other dimension. Like, you could teach veterinary skills if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You could set up classes for that. So I'm thinking we're going to see more of a separation of the types of activities per pack. Like, you're going to see with adventure weights, there's going to be specific things that are not going to cross into B&H. But there may be some things you'll be able to do with B&H, like
Yeah.
rent rooms, maybe, um, sell activities, whatever activities those are, like
Right.
an archery school, for instance.
That would be cool. I can't wait to see what it does with B&H. And Candy was asking, are these considered vacations or a daytime thing? And Ashley was wondering the same thing. So
Yeah.
I do believe they are separate unless they have combined them in the game. But
Yeah.
the reason I think they're separate is because you can still go on a vacation and go to like a single vacation house.
Right.
Whereas a getaway, so we're here right where we are in the video. Perfect question. You see where you have the one night right here, you
Hmm.
can change that. Let's go back. Sorry, let's go back a frame,
And add some rules if you
because
like.
I think that
Pause
they
it and
had
comma.
already, yeah, I think I gotta hold it. It's buffering. Of course it's buffering, but it's got it's got different. You can select what night, like if you're recurring. So you can do 1 through 6 nights here.
Okay.
And once you pick your nights, you can do it as a one-time getaway, or you can click recurring weekly, and you can choose the start date. So say you want to do a 2-day getaway every weekend, you can just set it up
Hmm.
for Saturday and Sunday, and your sim will automatically be notified in time to go on that day. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a really detailed
Or if it's a
system. I
weekly
like
thing.
that you can make it recurring.
And add some
And you
rules.
can tell
Like,
what time to
want a camp
start.
of little
Okay,
prodigies? Well,
let's
there's
go
a rule
back,
to get them.
Jen,
Here's
to
something else
these.
I'd like to ask.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh
Again, I
no.
apologize. I'm not
Jump
feeling
in
well, so I'm a little
anytime.
loopy tonight. But anyway,
Oh no. I hope you feel better.
thank you. Thank you. I'm feeling a lot better. Hanging out, talking to everybody, talking to you. It's really boosting my spirits. But
Oh
I'm
yeah.
wondering, like, when you're on the getaway,
Uh-huh.
are you able to switch back into, like, for instance, you send the kid onto summer camp. Can you switch back into the active household and leave the kid at summer camp until they're ready to come home?
Does that work like that? Because right now it does work on regular vacations.
Right.
If I take part of my household on vacation, I can just click the little lightning bolt looking thing on the sim,
Hmm.
and in their little picture in the corner, and click switch over to this sim, and you
Right.
can just leave the other sim on vacation. I do it all the time when I want to get sims out of my house. So
Yes. And like with
yeah.
social activities mod, when you want the Sims out of your hair for a while, you'll send them into the rabbit hole and they'll go away for a couple of days. So I'm wondering, like, when you're actually at the getaway, let's say you want to just switch back to the active household because maybe you have a sim there that's up to no good.
Yeah.
You could switch back to that sim. They could still be doing whatever it is they're doing. And maybe when they're away, like school or work, you have the different options like attend this thing, do that thing, talk to this person, things
Yeah.
like that. Thank you, Candy
That
Coded.
would be cool. And
That's
Candy
very
says, so
sweet.
technically it's a vacation with the definition of a getaway. Pretty
Yes.
much.
Yes. So I wonder if you can do that. That would be cool to know.
That would be cool to know, and I would expect it. You never know what we're gonna get, but I
Yeah.
would expect to be able to switch back over, and you can have them on a schedule. So theoretically, the Sims still doing whatever they're gonna do.
Yeah.
But for my big families, like I just want to get the kids out the house. I'm sending them to summer camp or
or
winter camp or fall camp.
or is it going to be like B&H? Like how when you have your business at B&H, if you have two Sims that are working at the business, and let's say you want to send another one away, the
It
business
closes.
closes when you send the other one away,
It does. It
especially if you
closes.
want that right. So it doesn't stay active in the background, it just closes. So there's also that as well. You could be on the
That
getaway, and when you switch, it could be like, okay, this is going to end. Do you want to do that?
you're back. They're
Right.
back home. I hope
Right.
not. Now, the other half of that B&H conversation you're having, you're absolutely right that they closed the business. On the other hand, if the sim that owns the business gets called away, like there are times sometimes they get called away for a B&H event, like to come be the speaker, because it can happen when they're just not working the business. But for me, it's happened when they're at the business. If there are other sims that work there from the household that I'm controlling, it will let them go to the event in the rabbit hole, and my sims are still able to run the business until they come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the other cases you're talking about, it will, like, if they gotta go to work or something, they're gonna be gone. And I made an off lot one. When I'm like at an off-site business
Hmm.
that's not attached to their home, it will close the business. It will close it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I'm wondering. Will it do that automatically? Or do you have to stay active at the getaway in order to have the getaway be active?
I don't know, because I was looking forward to sending some of my sim kids away and and
I
staying at
know.
home.
I know.
But if it does, Jen, then I'm just gonna send the parents on the getaway like they did in the first trailer.
You can always do that. Have the nanny stay with the kids and be like, "We're
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
here."
yeah, they with the sitter. So y'all look at the rules for the getaway. And it's 14 on here, and I'm gonna assume this is all of them. But with
Yes.
activity shuffle, I just thought maybe they're just switching activities a lot. I don't know what that's gonna mean.
Hmm.
Grind set mindset, which I think they're just gonna be focused because some of these rules will give bonus what do you call it, so like if I need my Sims to focus, this rule will make them focus or put them in a focus mood.
Mhm.
Some of them give you like little bonus things to help your Sims. I don't know what hardcore mode is. What do you think?
I'm thinking that has to do with the gym, maybe to like work out to failure.
Yeah, yeah. And that is true too. That makes sense. I didn't even think of that. House of Grudges seems like you're pretty mad at some people. Everybody's angry in the reality show house, maybe.
Could be. We see that a lot with reality shows.
Can you imagine taking like your legacy family there and they all got some kind of beef, like the
Oh
season I
God.
had where the sister stole her sister's man and got
Oh,
pregnant? Can you imagine putting them in the house and doing House of Grudges?
oh my God. Throwdown.
It's what we call on site. It's on site. It's a fight.
Uh-huh.
So we got love is in the air. No strings attached, which I was like, "Ooh, can we have a woohoo competition
That's
with
probably what
no
that
strings?"
is.
That probably is.
No holds barred.
Renaissance, no holds barred. That's
Free for
crazy.
all.
Candy said in the trailer it did say day count, but it also said bed and breakfast. It did. Ashley said chaos is coming. She loves
Yeah.
it.
Bring
I
it
do too. I
on.
love I love a nice dose of chaos. And we've got Renaissance Studio. So I think you can have an art competition
Yes.
and child skills elimination. So that's the
Mm.
one I think you'll be able to put several different child toys that create skills. So maybe the the logic table
Okay.
and the crafting table, and you can set up that. And they showed the kid getting eliminated in the trailer. Cooking skills,
This is
creative
up my alley.
skills.
That's up my
This
alley right
is,
there. Totally.
yeah. I can't wait to see what y'all do with it. The um the creative skills means to me you could have a music competition or
Hmm.
are any of the creative skills.
Yeah.
Player choice elimination. So
Yeah.
that's when we are deciding, I'm assuming, who gets eliminated. Popularity elimination, romantic elimination, and survival of the fittest elimination.
Ooh.
They've been hitting at that for a long time because have you ever gotten invited to the what's it called, the knees game or something in the
The
game?
the motive trials.
Motor trials,
The
like the
motive
Hunger Games.
trials.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
You're oh, she's interested in Love Island. Candy is. I'm
Yes.
gonna
Want a
write
camp of
something into a story,
little
y'all know.
prodigies? Well, there's a
Y'all
room to
know
get
it.
them building skills
These
fast.
are basically all the challenges that the Simmers usually do, like the Rags to Riches, the Love Elimination, the s- skills test. But
Yes.
now you've got it in game structured.
And you don't have to
That
use your imagination for as much of it.
right, right. So they're also thinking ahead with people are going to do let's plays on this. People are going to make videos about this and circulate this out more.
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be a lot of entertainment come out of this. I could see myself
Yeah.
getting, I'm I could see myself getting into that a lot and
Yeah.
stepping
I
outside
can
of
see that.
the legacy box to, give it a shot.
Ashley has a good question. She wonders if there are any rules from other packs. She's trying to think of cross pack ideas. Now, I would
Yeah.
want to say yes, but I'm going to tell you what makes me think that this is probably all of the rules, and that's Love Struck, right? If
Right.
you remember from Love Struck, and I said it wrong when I did a trailer breakdown about it. You had these creator days, and I thought the more packs you had, the more date options you have, but it's not true, right, Jen?
Right.
You've got set date actions, and
Hmm.
I think what they try to do, to me, it seems like you make it broad enough to be able to fit a bunch of different packs and activities in it, but not
Yes.
too broad and not too narrow. And
Yes.
that's why I think you got stuff like creative elimination, where is they got one for Renaissance. So okay, that might be art, but creative might be if you have that music mixing machine from the Del Sol Valley pack. I'll make up
Yeah,
a pack name.
famous. Right.
Get famous. Thanks, Jen. Or if you have the India, it's a lot of creative things under activity. So I think you could probably do any of those with that one rule.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. That is a really good point.
So Ashley, I would be surprised if they gave you more rules with more packs. I think it could go either way. Yeah. Like creative
I
skills is a wide umbrella. Yeah.
I agree with Ashley on that.
Yeah. So on Love Struck, you can go on a date and it might say play board games, right? But
Right.
you can do a puzzle, or you can play chess, or you can do a lot of different stuff under that one category for the date, and it'll check off.
Yes. Yes. And I like the way this menu has been set up, that they took my wedding stories in mind. They took the Love Struck, like you said, and that was smart on their behalf to do that. Like what you said,
Yes.
you're giving us options. You're giving us the ability to really customize it. This is
Yeah.
and plus, I think it just bursts it wide open as to what you can do, what you will be able to do. This is going to be. I think we're going to see something very similar to what we saw with B&H. I'm pretty sure we're looking at a grand slam for me on this one.
Oh, if it worked, like if everything works, it's a slam dunk for me because, like Candy said, imagine sending infants to actual daycare that you don't have to run. That would be really cool if you can do that. And that goes back to you saying, can we switch back to our home sim?
Yeah,
And you said something else, Key Jen. Just open the game up for me. I don't need you to spell everything out for me, Sims team. I just need you to open it up so that my imagination can run free.
that's right. And that's what it's about. And for a lot of us, this is just an escape from the everyday, that you just need a couple of hours just to dive into your game and be somewhere else. And this is going to let you escape that grind. I totally
Every
looking
all the
forward.
time.
And I love the layout of the different neighborhoods in this world, the beachy vibes, the luminescent bay that you were talking about with the jellyfish, the
Yeah.
kayaking, just
It's
so much to
beautiful.
offer, and the
It's
water woohoo,
beautiful.
even
Oh,
though it may be
you I knew you
unsanitary.
were gonna get to it. I knew you were gonna get to it.
I
So
had to
y'all,
touch on it.
I know it. Look, I'm gonna be using it too. The grind set mindset, you see, is making the kids become
Another to send
focused.
them packing.
And then he got eliminated because he was asleep when he was supposed to be doing it.
The Steve Irwin hairstyle. If you look
The Steve
careful,
Irwin
yep,
hairstyle.
yep,
Who
The
knows?
hairs
Your
are
choices
great.
could result in some
And
yes.
formative
okay,
moments for these kids.
this is the system that I like. This
I
is
like
back to
this
life and
too.
death, Jen. Your
Mm-hmm.
pack.
Mm-hmm.
This is nothing but a childhood bucket list, formative moment.
Yes.
What you think
Yes.
about them?
I love this. I really do, because I do believe that there are times in a child's life that really solidifies what they want to do for the rest of their
Yeah.
life. I knew when I was 8 years old watching Superman, the movie on the big screen, that
Yeah.
I wanted to do something with TV and film. I wanted to be
Okay.
some type of producer, which is what
Right.
I do today,
Yeah.
and what I have done. So I
Yeah.
did fulfill that bucket list item.
Right.
That turned me into the person I am today. So I
Yeah.
totally believe that there's a point in a kid's life that just solidifies it for you. that says, this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm going to do to get there. So I love
Yeah.
this idea.
And Candy agrees with you. She's also referencing Love Struck for Rent and businesses and hobbies with setting rules. And so this is how I feel about that. And we kind of talked about it, Jen. You get people that say, oh, they're just redoing the same stuff. No, you don't reinvent wheels. I mean, of course, there are
Right.
some geniuses that invent the wheel. So whoever invented the Sims invented a wheel. But from there, I
Yes,
don't need to reinvent the wheel. When you have things that work, you can have something that works for 100 years. I just need to modify it to make it work better or to add more to it or anything. That's like, for example, cars been around a long time. We didn't need
yep,
to throw away cars to make them better. We just needed to add new features to them, fix them up. They wouldn't look the same as a car from 60 years ago, but
that's
we didn't
right.
need to throw it away to make it
No,
better. You don't have to make everything from the ground up. I think that's a young folks thing. And I don't say it to be derogatory, but young people, we older. Y'all want to do extra. I don't want to do
mm-hmm,
extra. I
mm-hmm,
just want to be able to be the most functional in the front in the simplest point from A to Z that I
that's
can
right.
get there.
That's
Your
right.
priorities change in life.
It, it does. It does. There was a time in life when I thought I wanted to be up here in the corporation, just be the boss, the
Yeah.
one that they answer to. And as time goes on, you start realizing, no, that's not really what I want to do. I want to be
Right.
something a little more laid back. I want to be a little more
Yeah.
different. And
Because
it's
your
one of the reasons
priorities
why,
change.
yeah, yeah, they do. And when you realize that, it's like, wow, it's kind of like a light bulb moment
Yeah.
and or an aha moment, if you will. So
Yeah.
I like that this gives you that ability to when you're an adult, because of that experience that you had, it has given you a foundation to what you are going to be. You may not be that person, but it's
Yeah.
still in your core. Like, I'm
It's in
not a
your
big
core.
Hollywood film producer. And honestly, I don't want to be a big Hollywood film producer. I don't want that kind of pressure. No.
Right.
Although if I'm knocking on my door for rights, I may think differently. But, I got to
Love
be
it.
honest. I got to be honest. By the way, plot
Yeah.
holes: A Tale of Murder, Road Rage, and Romance. Check out my profile. Anyway,
Oh, yes.
little
Yes.
shameless plug there. But
No, hey, there are no such things as shameless plugs. They should all be shameless anyway. Look, Candy said she agrees that you need these child bucket lists because you're right. I think the name of them is perfect. Formative moments, because things from your childhood absolutely
Taking the
shape
time to
who
build her
you
archery
are,
skills
even
and
when other
competing
things change. So
in this
she
challenge could
actually
change the
kept
direction of her
practicing until
life
she got
forever.
better. And you see, she completed it, and the next thing
See,
we
she's
get
unlocked a
is
new
her as
trait
an adult.
to help her
And
maintain her.
we've got this. Now she can focus longer from being into archery as a kid. So even if she's not doing
mhm,
archery anymore, the focus that she learned from archery, this is what you were talking about, Jen, is
yeah,
still with her.
yes,
Love it. Come through, Sims team.
totally love that. That is such a nice touch.
Focus.
Come
Focus.
through. That
Whoops,
hair
And
sorry,
too.
got
That's
sidetracked there.
beautiful. Her
Let's
hair.
shift focus away
yes,
from the good
and
And
one of
times.
the things that made The Sims 2 and 3 so impactful as games is those little
yeah.
things, those little touches, those little bits that just made it even more fulfilling. And they're starting to do that more. We saw that with Life and Death. We're seeing that with B&H. We saw that, and now we're seeing it with this more so. So I think that this team really has hit on it and expanded it further. They've given us a good expansion pack that people are
Yeah,
going to be really happy with and are going to remember for a long time.
they are. Hey, Lady T. How are
Lady
you?
T, hi.
She's in the house. Yeah, you're right, Jen. I agree with you 100%. And now we're on to this screen. You were just talking about Danielle Bills, and what they
Yep.
did was took some already the people they used to build in the pack, and they put
Mm-hmm.
the bills here to show how you can get them from the gallery and pop them into the lot. So if people build a getaway, you can use their getaways from the gallery. And
Yeah.
I think that these look
Oh,
great.
or try one
Um,
created by others
And
to
it
keep your
JJ,
seems,
imagination train moving.
yeah, Donna, I don't know who that one, but it looks
You
great.
can
The build
design
is
and
great.
customize.
So you can customize the bills.
look at
And
that.
yeah, this is great because this is back to, so we saw a getaway planner, and this is called the scheduler. And
Mm-hmm.
you've got these different systems, and I am loving it. You've got time slots to add in. That's back to your itinerary. You can name it, you can save it. This is pretty nice. And right here, you can save your preset. So if you make a new preset, just like in businesses and hobbies, if you
Mm-hmm.
think you're going to use it a lot, you can save it. So yeah, I think this is really nice. And I see the
Yeah.
library you're talking about with the roles too.
As a
Yeah.
day's own schedule,
I
roles,
love this.
I
and
really,
dates for visitors.
Ooh, whoa, let's go back to that real quick.
yeah, I want to go back because,
Okay, there we go.
um,
Look at
oh,
this.
and even before that, so I see that the custom role you were talking about here, because
Mm-hmm.
we got a baker, instructor, staff, and they've got a role library that you can add more roles to once you create them, I think. So that's pretty
Wow.
cool. And
And
then the behaviors, we're back to get together and
Mm-hmm.
businesses and hobbies. And you
Mm-hmm.
see the filters up here are the exact same.
I do. I
Hey,
do.
sweet and spicy. We're good. How are you tonight?
Hi, sweet and spicy.
Hey, my person over here on Twitch too.
Yeah, that's
But
a
yeah,
spammer.
yeah, that's a spammer. It is now that I'm looking at that one. But hey. But I'm like, who's this? Oh yeah, that's a spammer. But anyway, yeah, we've got
Hey, if you have a
it's
spammer,
been a long week.
you have arrived.
You have arrived. I've had spammers quite often over from Twitch. You never know what's popping in from over there. No offense, Twitch, but but I do get real people sometimes. You just
Haters and
finished watching
spammers.
this, the right. You just finished watching the trailer. Yeah, we've got the same filters, which I'm really learning. I don't have all the packs now. Definitely, Ashley asked the question earlier. We know for a fact in the behavior filters, the packs that you have will affect what's in the behavior filters. You definitely
Mm,
have more behavior with more packs because where it's got the activities that you can include, it's the same for get together right in the clubs. The
right,
more packs you have, the more stuff you have. They have to go back and update that, and they did that for get together when they did businesses and hobbies. They went back and updated
right.
it. So this is
behaviors for
nice.
visitors.
So yeah, you can have a dance, have them sleep, do whatever, and you can
And
put
if
it
you
on the
want,
itinerary. So
That's
Jen,
great.
you were online when I built the learn how to cook business slash it was a residential business.
Yes, I remember
I
that.
think I could add a couple bedrooms and make it a getaway.
I think you can. I
Because it's a
think
two
so.
bedroom house.
You
Yeah.
should do it again. Absolutely.
Yeah, I need to update it now and then add on to it and make it a getaway. I built it in Tartosa too.
you can
And
So
it
visit the
looks
yeah.
design
like
getaway.
they're staying on their own stoves, which, oh my God.
Do you think they will for real or will they be running
I
all
don't know.
around?
I don't know. I'm thinking that's going to glitch out, really. But, I might be wrong. I hope I am. Like they're going over to the other person's refrigerator and taking their stuff and bringing it up. But at least they'll be cooking. They'll be cooking. I
Because you
mean,
know, in my bill, I did 3 stations and one refrigerator up front because I said they all gonna go to the same one anyway. But I could see them all on one little cook station on one counter, like talking about some, oh, like go to the other one.
but you know what's funny? I built like a break room in
Yeah.
the business at Hayden and Rowan's house because they have the little business there and then they have the house. And in the employee room is a fridge, there's a little microwave, there's a place to sit, there's books. Well, don't you know, every time I tell them to cook something, they go out of the house, into the business, into that fridge, and come all the way back around to cook
Just
the
to do
food in the house.
mine do that for the bathroom. I'll put a bathroom out in the business. They'll walk by two bathrooms in the house and go all the way outside through the side door just to pee. I'm like, you could have did that in the house. Sweet and Spicy said they might be running around, but hopefully the itinerary will keep them in place. I hope so. And I
Yes.
do have high hopes for this pack. I'm gonna
Like an
tell you.
amazing cook.
Yes,
Add
me
a
too.
getaway, the Great Gibby Bake Off, and that's the cooking competition
it's
elimination.
like
Yeah, what are these hats they got on? What is these are
These are
jellyfish
yeah, the
from the
jellyfish hats is something. They're weird.
bioluminescent bay. Yeah.
The jellyfish
Is
club.
this yeah, look, so in the scheduler, could you tell them to wear these or something? Is that why they
Yeah.
all have them on?
Oh, that's a good point. Well, we saw that they were all wearing the same outfit at the camp, the kids' camp. So
They
that
were.
probably is a thing like the clubs, because the clubs you can designate
Oh.
specific outfits for your club
That
members.
makes more sense than what I was going to say. The clubs, you were right, because I was going all the way back to Get to Work, how you can
Right.
set uniforms for your people at work. But
Yes.
this makes more sense because you can set where your people in your club. Because when I
Yes.
had the Criminal Who Cares case, they all had some leather jackets they were at Mischief Makers Anonymous trying to reform
Yeah.
themselves, they said. But yeah, their club, they were unfortunately still in Mischief
there's
Makers
design
Anonymous.
for it.
So
Can we jump in
I
here?
love that blender. I'm so happy there's a blender.
yes. And I like look at him putting sprinkles on the thing. Yeah, that's cool right there. Now it wasn't going so well for
I just want
him,
to jump in
No,
here.
but
I've always wanted to crush one
this
of them.
guy's a pro.
yeah.
So
And okay, this is the new trait, y'all. We are
Competitive.
getting a new
Yeah.
adult trait, competitive.
Oh yeah.
And they said you could be a sore loser, or I think you could probably be a humble winner. I think it depends on how you are moving in that trait. I don't know.
Hmm.
Or is there a opposite trait to this trait? It's interesting.
Oh, good question.
one's a little
But
competitive.
yeah, he's
Now,
upset. He's gonna
imagine what other
have a sim
possibilities
heart
we have.
attack.
Like if you have a
Okay.
sim that's a type A personality, that's a perfect trait for them.
Yeah. Oh, if you made them ambitious and competitive
And overachiever.
and overachiever, they're gonna be nuts, Jen.
Oh, but and perfectionist.
I didn't even think of that.
Uh-huh.
And on top of that, make them proper too. And
And
then what happens?
high
And high
maintenance.
maintenance.
And
They're
a
gonna flip
snob.
out.
And a snob.
And the snob. They will flip out because that's like Zane's cousin that he found from Get Together, from Grow Together.
Oh
He's high
yeah.
maintenance, and he'll be mad for 8 hours from a hangnail. And I'd be like, okay, sir. We're back to cross pack compatibility. He'll be so upset, like inconsolable, and I'll go look and it's like, oh, I had a hangnail or the water splashed me from the toilet. I'm like, oh my gosh. Cross pack compatibility. So their example, one pack I don't have, they have vampires. I
Yep.
don't have that. They have seasons and island living.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, they really put the effects
Survivor.
in right here. They really did it, Jen.
They
This was some
did.
great editing.
They did. That was
They did
terrific.
the survivor drums, the everything. Boom, 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 boom,
Hmm.
boom. I'm like, oh, we're in it. And
Outlast,
the vamp,
outwit, outplay.
Yeah, it's a
yes.
survival competition with a vampire
And I
on a
knew
tropical.
immediately. I said, not a vampire in Sulani. No. drink plasma. She gonna need more than
Why, who's
plasma.
asking?
And look,
Uh-oh.
like
Two-way
She's
system.
screwed.
I think she lost. I think she lost the competition.
I think so too.
I think she lost. Look at his swimsuit, y'all. So this is what I wanted to point out. This is a new swimsuit, right?
Looks like a
Is
wetsuit.
this this wetsuit, is it open to everybody, or is this specifically for our imaginary friend, him? Can
Mm.
anybody wear this? Because I would love this wetsuit with the shorts and the long sleeves, the rash guard shirt. This is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need this. So I don't
Never
know, but
explain.
I hope
Just
so.
sim it and see.
And we've got beautiful Sulani. Okay. This was, go ahead, Jen.
That's gorgeous. I love that with the
Yes.
lighting.
Look at this guy running, y'all. Look at him running. Where's he going? Where's this guy right here going?
What's he
He's
doing?
running.
Oh, he's
He
freaking
just,
out. It looks like he's freaking out
yeah.
about something.
What is he freaking out about, y'all? I don't know. I know they're showing different cross pack. I see this
Is
one
there a fire
kissing.
somewhere?
I don't know. You know what? If this was my game, it's definitely a fire somewhere. But who's playing this? Who's
Right.
playing? If it's not me. It might not be a fire.
And
Look,
also, here's something
mhm.
that fence right there. Doesn't that kind of like look like a, I don't know, net of some type?
This. Okay, I was
Like
gonna
a
ask that too. It
and
almost looks
it's
like a, yeah, or low like a pickleball net or something. I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
It is cool, and these
volleyball.
mats. Yeah, were these mats already in the game? These
I think they were.
exercise, the
Yeah.
non-slip mats. Okay, that's cool. I see the weight rack in the back. This is nice. The kids play center, activity, jungle gym, whatever. I
Yes.
really can't wait to get my hands on those. I need to build real parks. I said that
Yes.
to someone in my comments. They said they can't wait to get their hands. I said me either, because I might actually build a park now. I
Yeah.
might
You
actually
can.
build one.
Yeah. One of the things I've seen, Cat Lover Player on Twitter. Shout out to Cat Lover Player. Is
Shout out.
he wants a water park in the worst way.
Okay.
So I know for a fact, seeing this, he's going to get the water park of his dreams.
Yeah. Yeah, he will. And it's funny because Dr. Gluon had redid the water park simulator he created in the Sims 4. And he
Oh,
went and got a modded slide, but right before the trailer came out. And
wow.
he's like, and so he had to re-edit over the video because he's like, why don't we have these in the Sims 4? And he's like, oh, we got it now. So he's already built one, just needing a new thing. So I think that's going to be people who want to do water parks. Look at this. This is
Yeah,
like color pencils.
that is great.
Now, in the first trailer, it was pancakes with butter on top. They built
Yeah,
it into a getaway.
yeah.
Now, glue on is so funny. You love it. Yeah, me too, Ashley. I do too, Ashley. I get so tickled. And my son, we'll watch him on the way to school when he has a new video, and my son is just tickled the whole way. It's
Ah,
so chaotic. But yeah, I
he is
really like
funny.
that they built this into like a color pencil looking thing. It's just really cool. And it switched to your sim account. You switched it to your sim account. Okay. Oh, I like your sim avatar. It's cute. Yeah, they got some cute bills here. So I can't wait to see the bill buy now. I
Oh
really need to
yeah,
see it.
yeah. The
If
bill
you buy
buys.
early, the
Go
bill buy
ahead.
you think is gonna be good.
I think it's going to be awesome. Yeah,
Cause the stuff like the pancake house, these color pencils, that's gonna be buildable with the stuff in that pack. You think?
I think so. I
Yeah,
definitely do think so. Yeah,
yeah.
I would
I
love.
can
I because
see.
I. It looks like they have really well. They always do build buys so amazing. They really do. I mean, honestly, Enchanted by Nature. Look at the build by
Mhm.
there. You know, you have
It's
it.
great.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have Advantage Enchanted by Nature, but one of the
Mhm.
reasons that was drawing me in as a possible, yeah, I might get this, was the build by.
Bill
One
buy.
of the things that
Yeah.
finally made me get vampires after, I don't know, almost 7 years was
What's the bill
the
buy?
build by. Absolutely. The
Yeah.
Art Deco build by.
I
So
do not want vampires, but my daughter really tried to get me to get it for the bill buy because she loves
they're not
vampires. She loves the bill buy.
they're not too
Yeah.
bad. If they come to your house, you just say, get out of here. I
You
just
know,
I send them away. I'm like, get out of here.
you
Hey,
know the funny thing about Enchanted by Nature, if I could get rid of the fairies, then I would be like, this pack is great. But And then I did the thing like you showed me, the pack turnouts, and
Right.
I put the fairies only to their town. And
Hmm.
I'm playing the other night, The Secrets Between Us, which has led off as a hit so far.
Hmm.
And I'm in the middle of a serious scene. I'm not gonna spoil it. But then I look at the door and here is a fairy with purple wings, a guy flying right up to their doorstep at the door. And I go, pause, let me double check my settings. And it clearly is checked. Keep Sims in his keep fairies in his green. Well, I said, what happened? He escaped? Like I'm in the middle of high drama and here's the fairy. I'm like, get out. I just act like he wasn't there because I wasn't, y'all know I don't
Wow.
script. So I wasn't expecting the fairy and I wasn't expecting the drama. So I just had to roll with it and let the fairy do whatever he was doing at the door. He was just standing there looking, probably through the window of the door. And Sweet and Spicy says she's not a builder, but she's excited for the build by. A fairy
Yes.
came to yours too. Oh, Ashley, do
That
you
could be a
have
glitch.
yours checked to stay in Innis Green? Because I definitely had mine. And I said, what are they doing here? I mean, we in the middle of high drama and here's a fairy. So so
Yeah.
you if you buy it's checked. Yes, that's crazy. Are they escaping because they got magic?
Maybe. Maybe. But maybe it's a little glitch.
Maybe. Look, Jen, is the magic so good that they can get out of the Sims checkbox too?
Well, we know fairies have, these properties. They can do really interesting things from time to time, including probably get around the Sims team.
Said, yes, it's a glitch. Yeah, that's what you said. They're getting around that Sims 10. Yeah, if you buy before November 13th, the pack comes out on October 2nd. You get the toasty Tootsie socks. And I love me a good warm, fuzzy boot sock, fuzzy sock, any sock.
Those are cute. Yes.
Secret about me. You get the toast tea kettle. I like how they did toasty. At this point, we
Hmm.
got about 25 tea pots, kettles, tea machines in the game, but it's cool. And we get a toasty tower lamp that I hope zaps bugs and warms us up. Actually, warms us up. You love cozy socks too, Sweet and Spice. Let me tell you, people,
Hmm.
I got a bin under my bed because this is how many fuzzy socks, and they're hard to find when it's not winter. So I
Yeah.
will buy a bunch of them in the winter. They go in the bin under my bed because there's so many of them, and I wear them. And as they get holes in them, I throw the one sock with the hole. Now I got a mismatched pair. Now I got fuzzy socks on right now. If people buy me fuzzy socks for Christmas, like my family and friends think it's funny because they'll give me something like fuzzy socks that cost like $4, and I will freak out. I'll be like, "Oh my gosh!" So I got me some Scooby Doo ones. I didn't know what to do with myself. My daughter was like, "Ooh, you getting old, mama, because a kitchen appliance or fuzzy socks, and you are just happy in life." I
It's the
said,
little
"Maybe I am."
things. Yeah.
It's the
Those
little
little things to make you happy. Absolutely. I get that.
so what are you thinking overall, Jen? And in the chat, tell me what y'all are thinking overall. Tell me if you're getting this pack.
I am definitely getting this pack.
You're definitely getting it.
I'm definitely getting it.
So where do you think it's gonna rank? Before you haven't played it,
Oh,
you don't know anything. Where is it gonna rank? Because with you, give me your tops again. I think your top is, well, you were talking about B&H a little, but I think
mhm.
it's still Life and Death. Tell me what your top 3 packs are.
My top
And
three
you tell me in the
currently,
chat too.
yes, my top three currently are Life and Death,
Okay.
B&H,
Okay.
Growing Together.
Ah, okay.
I think this may be a number two. I think this could probably dethrone B&H and push it down to number three.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I can see that. My top 3, I would say Grow Together is still my number 1. Life and Death, my number, no, B&H is my number 2 now. Life
Okay.
and Death would be my number 3, but it would be tied with Love Struck. And I
Okay.
know a lot of people don't pick Love Struck, but for me, I mean, the Bill Buy is excellent, but and the world too. But outside of that, it's the behind the scenes emotions it gives my Sims. I have
Yeah.
some Sims right now that some things happen to, and they are so bitter. Like every time they're in a room with the other person, they're like, it's just hard to be close to this person. Like that's the
Oh
mood.
yeah. Yeah.
That's the
I've seen
mood.
well, there is an episode coming out with Young Widow's Journey
Okay.
where she accidentally comes across Wesley while she's out on a date. And you see the moodlets and the sentiments at work from him. And he's so disgusted with her and angry with her. And she's
Oh
like
my
furious with
gosh.
him. And it's coming out. And, you see the other ones like awkward. Oh my God. The date is like, okay, yeah, awkward. Can we get out of here? Yeah. And I'm like,
Because they get
whoa.
the awkward one you're talking about, Jen. They get that. Like, this is so awkward. If you have
Hmm.
Sims that's in a house together, I always go back, if I don't want to do a spoiler, to my Herd Family Legacy when um
They will
when the
actually go
sisters,
awkward. Like,
they will. They will. They'll do the sound. And I was like, what? But when the sisters were there and the sister stole her sister's man and stuff,
hmm.
Carmen was so mad that she would just, when her sister would get close, it would be like feeling so bitter, like I love her, but I hate her.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And
Yeah.
literally said that, like, being close to a relative that betrayed you, I love her, but I hate her. So, oh, Love Struck, I don't care what anybody say, it gets it. Ashley says, growing
Yes.
together, businesses and hobbies, life and death, her top three. She also loves Love Struck. Okay. Her only complaint is that
Yeah.
romantic satisfaction is so overpowered. Does anyone else
Yeah.
have that? I
Yes.
did have that a lot at first. Now it seems really toned down. But what I have found out, Jen, if I have, say you have a bad or a negative romance dynamic, like even unpredictable, where you're up, you're down, and
Hmm.
then you have a bad family dynamic, Ashley, like from Grow Together, right? So you
Hmm.
got like a difficult family dynamic and an unpredictable romance. You will never keep your romance high. It'll be
No.
like a seesaw.
No. No. And it's funny when you see that at work, those dynamics. Like I think I told you, I've told the story a million times. Everyone knows this story probably by heart. But I thought Ahmad was doing something. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's Love Struck? And I was shocked because she was complaining about her marriage failing and she didn't know what to do. And she was complaining about romantic satisfaction. And
Yeah.
I was amazed. I was like, wow, I never saw that
It's
before
all
with Love
Love
Struck.
Struck.
Because if you
So
play a
I know a
certain
lot of
way,
people say it didn't deliver, Jen, but you really got to be looking at the mood list. It'll seem like your sim got randomly angry for no reason. Check the mood list. I'm telling you, it's there. And
yeah,
Ashley, yeah, the family dynamic definitely interacts with that romance dynamic. So if you had an unpredictable romance dynamic, which means you're up and down already, but say you had a wholesome family dynamic, you will
hmm,
see you will stay good longer on your romance because they
yes,
tend to be able to talk and come together. What also plays a big part is your traits and your reward traits. So, say you've got a sim
yeah,
that has the companion trait, you can get that
right,
from the reward store.
right,
You had a companion trait and you're unpredictable, they tend to work through things better, even when they go to counseling, to Cupid's counseling.
yes, yes, because they're
Yeah.
stronger.
Yes,
They've
they're stronger.
they've been together longer. They have a more solidified relationship. Like Hayden and Rowan, they fight all the time, but they are super strong. They
They
are a
are
united
they've
front,
been
right?
fighting for years,
Oh,
but
they
they
always
in it for the long haul. They been in it for the long haul.
they're
They're
gonna be
elders now.
they're gonna be ghosts one day and fighting with each other to the end. I mean, really.
They They're gonna fight, and you really worked your way through it. Sweet and Spicy said her top three are wedding stories because she loves Tartosa.
Mm,
Tartosa is beautiful.
it is.
Businesses and hobbies and grow together. We've got some common threads here with businesses and
Yes, we
hobbies and
do.
grow together, life and death too.
I've
But yeah,
noticed.
Jen, oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. You were saying. Go
No,
ahead.
I was just gonna say it was really interesting watching you play Hayden and Rowan because you were trying to do a live test to see if
Yeah.
you could change their romance and family dynamic. And what did you
Yeah.
find out?
You can do it.
Hmm.
Definitely can do it. It takes some work, but they were on the brink of divorce. They had a difficult family dynamic, and they also had a extremely bad romance dynamic to the point of where they were just like, let's call it quits. And if he
Yeah.
said one mean thing to her, that was it. They were done.
Yeah.
And it was a real challenge to get them back to where they are, which is close family dynamic. And now I think they are a wholesome romance.
Which
They fluctuate.
wow.
Yeah, they fluctuate between steamy and wholesome.
Yeah. And I like that romance dynamics will change. They will
Yes.
change from time to time. But I never would have thought they would have been there. But I watched you play through them and you really fought to, they did they went on like lovers getaways.
Yeah.
Like now they can go on an actual lovers getaway then. And
Yeah. Well, they may do that when they're back from their, if they come back from their
from
excursion.
Mount
Let
Camarabi.
me put that out there. If they come back. Hmm. You know,
They,
climbing up the mountains sometimes.
it's
I'm just gonna.
dangerous.
Oh yeah,
It's dangerous.
and we know
But
that Rowan
you
has
come
the
back.
clumsy trait. So
Yes, Rowan is. But if they come back, they can go on a lover's getaway to celebrate.
yes, they can. Yes, they can. And I would love for them, if they survive, to go on a 50th anniversary trip. Do a
That's
golden
nice. It sounds
anniversary.
like foreshadowing.
A little bit. A little
if
bit
I if I have bad fires, Jen's people tend to just die
of hysteria.
of hysteria. But I love it that if you've got a couple, the kids are grown or they don't have any, they can do getaways or they could take breaks from each other. Because with the
Yeah.
Caliente sisters, it seems like they were just tired of Don Lothario and they were like, "Ooh, let's just go." And they
Yeah.
took him with him, but he got eliminated. So
Yes. Yes.
yes, Ashley. Hey, subscribe, follow, do all this stuff. Watch the Let's Plays. We both are we're both storytellers. So
Yes.
I do
Yes.
lives a couple nights a week, but mostly and I do a live Let's Play, but mostly we're both edited content and storytellers. So jump in a series because we both have series that are running on the channels.
You know what I miss
Same.
hearing on your Let's Plays? Oh my
What?
God, they're woohooing again.
I know. Yeah, because I
On
deleted
that
my
mod. And I'm like, is it that mod again?
the RPO.
Like
The
Liliana
Lumpanu.
doing it right in front of her sister. I mean,
Oh my gosh. That Lumpanu my and then you wrote Lumpanu and she was like, oh, it might be clashing with MC Command Center.
yes.
And I never because she's like, no, they're not supposed to do that. I'm like, they're not because mine do that all the time.
Hmm.
They woohooed in the street one time. Carmen and Kaden woohooed in the street, and she was a politician at the top. I'm like, girl, you the world leader. You can't get caught woohooing. And it was a kid in the street, like, woo. I was like, oh. And then they would get pregnant. That's how Liliana got pregnant when she stole her sister's man. And so it's
Hmm.
like,
Hmm.
yeah, my legacy series has so much drama, unintentional.
Yes.
I love the hers, Jen, because my legacy family, they can be so wholesome one minute. At the end of the day, they a big family. But
Hmm.
then because they're a big family, you got triplets, and one of the triplets steals a sister man and get pregnant. And
Yeah.
or Milo, who's a teen who runs off with his pregnant girlfriend and
Yeah.
moves to an apartment in the city. Lady T
A
laugh.
rat
They all
infested
are.
apartment.
Sweet and spicy. Yeah, a rat infested apartment. Like, whose idea? So yeah, but Jen, you got drama over there too, and your
Well, speaking of drama, we have an episode because last week you asked me about a challenge that I was going to undertake. And the next episode coming out on, I would say probably Saturday, 5 babies and a toddler.
You're doing the quince. You're playing the
I'm
quince.
doing the quince, and I tell you, that crap drove me crazy. I was like, oh my God. It was
Drop it in the chat. Would you play quince? If your sim had quince, would you play quince? I almost quit on the triplets because y'all know I have twins a lot and triplets. I do get the triplets too much if you ask me, but I have twins all the time. That's the best part.
It's got to be a glitch. I swear. I don't know how this happened. All I did, you know, the thing that pops up. She already had the one kid, so I figured when she asked to have another one, yeah, go ahead, have another one. She had 5. I'm like, how did you have 5 babies?
Sweet and Spicy said, woo, child, not 5 toddlers. And Ashley said, were you using MC Command Center?
No, I do not have MC Command Center installed. All I have is UI extensions. I did not have any fertility treatments enabled in the reward store. I just, no other traits that make baby, not the online lay line, trait from the lot trait. None of that.
Yeah. Wow.
It just happened. And I was like,
that's crazy.
Shock. So now she has 6 kids.
Oh no.
5 babies.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Now, normally what I do is I try to do like a real-time thing where I want them to be a specific age for a while. Oh no, I'm not doing that. I just left the aging on regular, and I was like, "Oh
yeah,
get up!"
I bet you did.
Get out of here!
You probably cheated it forward.
When they
Lady T said her Sims have twins all the time.
When they became infants, I was like, I gotta stop.
Ashley said 5 at once. Her uterus hurt thinking about it.
Wait to hear me in this one. I do not hold back.
I will tell you, I've had quads before in the Sims 4, but it has been years. Yeah. And now I really got to knock on wood because the very next person who has a baby will have quads because I said it. Because I said it hasn't. And it was natural because that was before I ever even touched mods. So I had nothing in my game. And boom. And you know how it gives you the pop-up in the Sims 4. And I named it. And the second pop-up, I was like, oh, no, not twins. And I named it. And the third one, I was like, oh, Lord. And I randomized the name. And the fourth one, I was like, I quit. So I tried to close the game and reopen it, and it didn't matter. It had auto named that last quad, and they was in the game anyway. So I was like, oh no.
Oh wow.
And I can't imagine playing with 5. I can't.
No. And you know something, it was a shock. I was like, what? And you hear that reaction, when I was like, I don't know how this happened. I don't want to know how this happened.
Then we've got, that's crazy, Jen. Then we've got Summers like Sweet and Spicy who said she's only had twins when she was trying to do the 100 baby challenge. And I had twins all the time.
Yeah. I had triplets once. I did it once a couple of years back. Actually, I think it's almost 8-9 years at least. And that was the last time I had triplets, any type of multiple births. Ever since then, it was like I've had twins more so. I think I have twins like maybe a couple of times a year or something. But
both of my legacy families had triplets. Yeah, both of my off camera and my on camera. The off camera one that I had gotten to Gen 9 before the safe how got corrupted, they had triplets. I played them live once or twice. And I don't know where, and they don't have, like you said, no lot trait, no fertility. What do you call like the extra trait? None of that stuff. And I'm like, oh no. And then Ashley said the pop-ups keep coming like a panic attack. I'd be about to have one. Jen will be like, what is wrong with you? Like the babies are still coming.
Yeah. Yeah,
I cannot do it every time. But if you've got quince and you keep playing them, Jen, you can then send the little booties over here to summer camp
Yeah, that's
See,
right.
this why you were asking because you just finished playing them. So you tell me, can I come back home if I send them to summer
That's a
camp?
good point. I got to age them up quick. I got to get them up to child so I can get them to summer camp.
Yes. And tell us in the chat, and I'm gonna ask you, Jen, what is your
Mhm.
favorite feature that you have seen if you had to pick one from the gameplay trailer?
Oh, that's a really
It's
hard question.
hard.
That's hard. Yeah. Um, I would say the ability to create and customize your own getaways. That's a big
Okay.
one. The ability to have customization. You can use the set, you know, getaways that are there if you want to. If you don't want to bother with that, you can just use what they have. But if you want to get creative and you want to create your own, you have that ability. And like you
Okay.
were saying before, that's indication of your imagine. You said this in your review of the gameplay trailer, where your imagination can take you. Your
Yes.
imagination can take you further than you can dream of. And with this, you can come up with so many different scenarios, just like with
Yeah.
B&H. B&H, I think, had close to 1 billion combinations with all the
Yeah.
packs involved. I think they said this
It was a lot.
this looks like it's along the same line.
Yeah. I could see it because I just got to get my mind ready to build some larger builds. If not, I'm going to go over to that gallery and download other people's getaways and then you can edit the presets on the ones they've already built. I'm going
Mhm.
to edit them. But if I feel like making bigger builds, yeah, it's putting me in the mind of businesses and hobbies. Like I said, Jen, I know you tuned in quite a bit, but I've been building businesses and businesses so that you don't have to, and I've just been
Yes.
putting Townie Sims in charge of the businesses so that my Sims can go and have things to do in my gameplay and storytelling. They go
Yes.
and get handiness lessons, cooking lessons, juicing and apothecary lessons. We got a toddler play
Yes.
center that you're going
Yes.
to see very soon in the Herd Family Legacy. And
Yeah, we
so,
saw that.
yeah, yeah. So you saw because if we put it out, just put the episode out. So you
That was
got the
really great.
toddler
I
play
love that.
center. Yeah, they all went and met as a family, and because the brother has
Yes.
these twins, they got twins. They had twins. See, I forgot about them, Jen.
Runs in the
They got
family.
twins.
Well,
Oh
actually,
my
he's adopted,
god.
so but still, you
Yeah.
never know. He
It,
might
it's
have it
still, I
in
think it carried over or something. Oh,
something in the
sweet and
water.
spicy. Sweet says she agrees with you, Jen, that when she was watching the trailer, so many ideas popped into her head about what she could do with the getaways.
Yeah. And even the naysayers, and I'm going to say their name just because I want to see if we get on their radar because that would be cool.
Would
Even
be.
naysayers, like for instance, not Malcolm.
Okay.
He seems to be like EA evil, but still, it seems like he's toned it down a little bit with this pack. It's kind of like
Oh.
he's saying, well, maybe this could be a good pack. You know, Satchet Sims. Well, first of all, it's no secret. I do love Satchet Sims. His laugh is infectious. He cracks me up. But he can be he can be scathing, but he can also be very objective too. And
Sometimes, yeah.
I can see that he loves this as well. And it's going to be
Oh, did
something
he?
that, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Pixelate too. Sometimes it gets a little negative, but still objective. Uh,
Yeah.
I can see that he's coming over to this side looking like he's excited for this pack. And
Yeah.
Simmer Aaron, who seems like she's really wants to see what this is about. She's trying to appear as objective and fair as possible. She is like, yeah, I want to get into this. And of course, just little Simsy is, this is fantastic. Except
Yeah, yeah, that sounds about right. But you know what? If it's a summer and they've been real negative, then they probably, even if they're very excited, they're not going to be able to show that to their, the majority of their audience because they're
right.
coming and stay like on the negative side, and then there'll be a sellout if they like anything. So
Right.
but I do agree with you, Jen. I'm excited about it. I'm a family game player, so for me, this is really great. I just want things to do, and you said something earlier that resonates with me, and I think a lot of simmers of all ages, but also if you've been around playing like we have since The Sims 1, a lot of most of the simmers are pleased overall. We just don't want you to put out completely broken packs. And I mean really broken,
Yes.
not I don't want
Yes.
this pack. Nobody wants it because that's never true.
Yes.
But don't put out a completely broken pack as long as you're not. We just want to play. You talked about to like de-stress and to step away from
Right.
bills and life and work and even stuff we like. You just don't want to do. It's stuff you have to do. So you
Right.
I may like work, but I gotta go there. So I want to decompress. I need to de-stress, even if I like my job sometimes, right? I just
Right.
want to do that from the kids, from the dogs. One of them just pushed the door open now. I just need escapism sometimes.
Yes. Yes. We all need that. And this
Yeah.
is really delivering on that. These are features that core features people wanted to see for a long time. Now, people are going to argue and say, yeah, but you know what? It's taken 10 years. There's 20
Don't
packs
matter.
out. EA's making $38 billion a year. Okay, fine. Yeah, we
They're a
get it.
corporation.
We get it. But you know what? It's here. Now it's here.
Yeah.
And okay, maybe it did take a long time to get to us, but some things are worth the wait. And
Yeah.
I think that Adventure Awaits is going to deliver on that. I think that this is going to be a really unique pack. Because one of the things that I personally have always, when they ask for feedback on the surveys and such,
Mm-hmm.
and also in Answer HQ, I'll say to them, the important thing as a simmer to me is when you introduce a new pack, that it is something unique. It is something that we have not
Yes.
seen before. You may
Right.
deliver on something that was you had previously, but if you are doing that, incorporate something that is newer that we have not
Yeah.
been able to do before, that we
Right.
did not have previously. And it looks like that's what they did. Now, if you look at this has Sims 2 Bon Voyage vibes. This has
It
Sims
does.
1, vacation. You have also Sims 3 with
Which
the
is one of
World
my
Adventures.
favorite
Right.
vacation. Yeah, World Adventures.
I love World
That was
Adventures.
my
I think
fave. Yeah.
that's such a fantastic pack. That really is. But this does look like it goes a little step beyond those predecessors, and it's delivering something on a whole new level that we haven't seen before. So as long as they continue to do that, you are going to continually make this your fan base really happy. And
A
at the end of
hundred
the
percent.
day, that's what you want to do. You want that return business that are going to be like, there's like we said, we know there's those that are going to buy no matter what, but at the same
Yeah.
time, give them something that they deserve. And I think that this is really what they deserve.
Yeah. And I agree with you 100%. You will have simmers that buy no matter what. And you know what? That's their right. They should be able to do that. And then there are people actually say yes, all of that. And then there are people like you and I know you don't buy every single pack. I don't buy every single pack, but I have a lot of them and I really enjoy my Sims. And so I think one thing that drew me to the Sims early on, now at first it was, oh, I had not seen a game like this, like, oh my gosh, you can just live day-to-day life, get the newspaper, answer the phone, go to work your way up, make friends. It was cool. But then as we kept playing and you started to meet more simmers as the game got popular, I like that I would meet people and find out like, oh, everybody plays the Sims completely different from each other.
Yes.
Like you said
Yes.
38 million. Well, maybe everybody does, but so many people sim in completely different ways. And it's got to be respected. We're in a climate now where I think you said this last time, Jen. I think that the loud always negative people online are the minority. They're just a
Right.
loud minority.
Yes.
And a lot of simmers don't talk online at all. They may watch some videos, they may not, but they just play the game. And that's the
Yes.
majority. And they do want the packs. And everybody doesn't have to like the pack that you like. You can't
Right.
say nobody wants this pack. I didn't want fairies, but I knew people wanted fairies, you
Yes.
know?
I don't fault those people at all. I know that
No. And they should
they
get
this
it.
it's a very popular cult. People have wanted it for years. And
Hmm.
am I upset that they did this over cars? A little. But you know what? You get over it, you move on.
Yeah.
Because for all we know, cars may be coming next year or
Could
never.
be around the
Who
corner. You
knows?
never know. We don't know because what we know is that they are wanting to keep the Sims 4. We know that they are trying to work backwards to, and people say fix things. Some things they are fixing. Other things is not fixing.
Oh,
But
wait a
when you
second.
get new technology and old technology, you have to go back and update the old
Yes.
technology because you can't just throw new on top of old. That's from somebody who used to be a director of IT. Just letting y'all know, it's not
Yeah.
always broke stuff. We gotta update the base technology, which is like how they did the direct X11 and things like that. We have to backtrack a lot too.
Right.
And
And
sometimes that's not a smooth process.
it isn't. And you know what? I don't envy what they're doing. They have a lot that they need to go through. They are constantly under fire by some members of the community who say terrible and horrible things about them. And they work so hard. They really do, all of the Sims team. And
Yeah.
I really give them a lot of credit for dealing with some of those toxic people in the community because there's no reason for it. My game bad, you suck. Ah. Well, get over it and pull up your big
Yeah.
girl pants and shut up.
Yeah, it's
Basically,
okay. It's
you know,
true.
but yeah,
Yeah,
that's my view on it. But
it's
honestly,
true.
there was an article by Sims Community
Mhm.
that they were following up on one of the leakers named Anna Diaz, who has usually been right on the money every
Right
time
on the money. Yeah.
about these leaks. We do have to say that they are alleged leaks. But one of
Right.
these alleged leaks, whether or not they are confirmed or not, is that
Mhm.
after Adventure Awaits, the Sims team is going to take some time off from releasing packs for quite a while so that they can concentrate on fixing the major issues with the game and get that under control. And if
Yeah.
that is the case, if that is true, Sims team, bravo. I think
Yeah.
that that is the right course of action from their management. I think that they need to take care of these glitches ASAP. And if this is something that they are doing, I think it is a smart move on their behalf. I really hope that this is something because the community, which is almost 500 million, will get
Oh my.
behind them in getting these glitches fixed. If they say, listen, we're going to take some time off to fix the game, but we'll be back at this time with this pack,
I
then
agree.
community is going to rally behind them and be like, yeah, sure, we'll wait. Meanwhile, they'll
Oh
release a
yeah.
bunch of kits to keep us
Yeah.
happy or some events or whatever. And that will keep the
Agree.
simmers happy.
Yeah. And in the chat, we've got sweet and spicy. Why y'all want these cars so bad? LOL. I just want my Sims to woohoo in the car.
Well, there is a mod that
I
it's made.
saw it on your channel.
Yes, car woohoo. You can do car woohoo. Basically, what he did is he made a car and he took the 10 animation and he made it so that you can get in the car and woohoo.
And Ashley said she saw someone said, and you said this, you were talking about this the other day, Jen. Hold on, I gotta put the car in my pocket. The
Yeah, I
people
mean,
and,
that's
and
not
people will
realistic at
still
all.
complain. Now, sweet and spicy, so true. And people will still complain about updates. Can't
Right.
please anybody. You
That's
you
right.
cannot. It's something I say at work. Like I want people to be satisfied at work, but you can't please all the people all the time.
Mhm. That's right.
As of
You
that, I tell people at work as of that, feel free to leave when you need to. So same
exactly.
thing with Simmers. If you hate the Sims, there are literally probably a few million other games you can play.
Go
I
play
mean, there are a lot of games, so
go
many
play
games you can play.
Paralyze. Yeah,
Ashley agrees with you, Jen. Yes, Ashley agrees with you. She wants car woohoo too. And yeah, Jen, to piggyback off what you were saying, I agree with you 100% as well. We will know, like you said, that leaker I'm actually familiar with, and they are usually right on the money, like you said. But we
right,
will know for sure when they release the January through March roadmap. If there's no expansion packs on there,
right,
we will know that is true. And if you're gonna go back, and I think it's gonna take that, Jen, whether it's true or not, it's gonna take some time away where you're just maybe releasing the kits, like you said, to go back and update the technology, because that's the hard part of technology.
that's right,
Technology gets old after 5 years.
that's
Stuff that
right,
was great 5 years ago, the stuff that hung on great. Think about 5 years ago from now. Now
right,
everything's like AI this, AI. I use AI in my editing to get the silences out.
mm-hmm.
So so it's like that wasn't there, not for the general public five
No,
years ago.
no,
So yeah, me and Jen is the GX Simmer. And I told y'all I started playing from The Sims 1. I mean, I had dial-up internet when we started
yeah,
playing The Sims. And
yeah,
it was brand new too. We didn't even have Google yet. And it was just
mm-hmm.
boop, boop, boop. Then somebody would call the phone and knock the internet out because you were
Mm-hmm.
on dial-up.
Mm-hmm. And then you did the thing to disable the caller ID.
Yes.
And then your friends complained that they couldn't get you because
Get
you're on the
you? Yeah,
computer.
I was calling you all night, girl. Well, I don't know.
So then you
I
got a
was on.
beeper so that they would call
Yes.
you on the beeper, and
Yeah,
you only
page
answered
you.
it if it was 911.
That's it. You put 911 behind the page. And then when
Or
they got really fancy, you had the two-way page where you could actually type words in it.
yes, yes, I
But the
remember.
first beeper was just your number. You've been playing since Sim City. We loyal, loyal. I heard that.
Yeah, I remember
We
SimCity. I
loyal,
had that
loyal.
too.
So you get the critiquers that'll say, well, some of y'all play anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna play The Sims till the
Mhm.
wheels fall off.
Me too.
And you're
Ride or die.
you're YouTubing, Jen. I'm YouTubing, we YouTubing. And the
Yes.
first thing they'll tell you on YouTube, don't base your channel off of just one show or one game
No.
in case it doesn't last. I'll base mine out for The Sims. The Sims is gonna be around. Unless
Yes.
they say we just don't want to do it no more. And they're making money. They're not gonna say
Yes. And
that.
you know that even if let's say tomorrow they stop The Sims, nostalgia is huge. God forbid that happens, but I'm just saying nostalgia is huge. It would go on indefinitely. I mean, look at people who watch Star Trek, look at people who Star Wars shows
Good point.
Dexter from 19 years ago. We have Dexter Resurrection now.
Cause me and
You
you've been watching Dexter. I'm all in Dexter. Like
know,
we just had
Dexter was
season finale, and
amazing.
I'm like, oh, this is OG Dexter. Dexter is. We watching this
Totally.
man take out bad guys 20 years later. It's crazy.
Totally.
And I
Totally.
watch
It was
Dexter for
a
20 more. If he's gonna
yes.
be senior citizen taking people out, you know.
Yes. I think how old is he? I think he's like, he's early 50s, I think, in real
He's
life.
in his
Michael C. Hall.
50s in real life. He's in his
Yeah.
50s. And
And
you got all these people they brought back. Some of them, I think the oldest would be John Lithgow, who is like 70 something.
yeah, he
And
would be
you
hard. Could
bring
you imagine
all these
Trinity in his 90s?
right, and we got him in a callback. He came back to talk to Dexter in a dream. And I'm like, boy, these people are looking. But James Dose, he looked exactly the same. I said, doggone, what is that man doing?
Oh, Stokes looks fantastic. He's
Guys,
still
and
got
he's
the
60,
build and
he's like 62.
and just
Crazy.
just when he came in, there's like surprise, mother.
Mother Elpa. I was like, yes, yes. Not taking people out in the nursing home. Yes, he's gonna find the bad guys in the nursing home, and I'm gonna still be watching. So Jen is right.
Yes.
You talked about, and these are
Taking out the
series I
bad
don't
guys
watch.
from the nursing,
Yeah,
plugging them here and
the
there.
men that be sleeping around in the nursing home.
Geriatric
Jen, but you
Dexter.
Dexter geriatric edition. We didn't moved on from Resurrection.
But
But
you
Jen,
see how
you're
we're talking about
perfectly
Dexter? I mean, could you imagine? Let's just say Sims stopped tomorrow. People would still play it. People are still playing Sims 1, Sims 2, Sims 3, still
people
doing let's
are.
plays with that. There's
And I wonder how many people bought the legacy ones when they put those back out.
I almost did. I almost did. I haven't done it yet. I think I'm going to get Sims 1 because even though I have the complete collection that's behind me, it's on
Yeah.
disc. And every time I want to play it, I have to take out the disc and hook it up to the computer. And it's a pain in the ass. And
I
I'm like, I
know.
would rather have it on the computer that I could just go, that's it.
The
But the
only
thing,
reason I didn't get the legacy because the Sims 2, I loved it, but it stressed me out. I'm talking about it was like real life. I'm like, oh
yeah.
Lord, we can't pay the bills. We can't. I be freaking out. The baby on the floor. I can't. Let me feed the baby. Oh, the social services coming. I just be I be losing in life in the Sims 2. Sims 2 was so hard to me. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Or,
Ashley said she
you
wonder
can't get
if
to
you could
work in The
build.
Sims 1 because there's plates blocking the door.
Yes. Ashley says she wonders if you can build nursing homes with this new getaway pack. I bet you could.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
putting it on my list. I'm putting it on
Yeah.
my list, Ashley, my build list from
You know what?
Amadeus. And
You
one other thing she
probably
mentioned after, yeah,
you probably could. You
I bet.
probably could do that.
But Jen, you're right. Sims 1, like you can't even go to work because there's a plate in the door. Sims 2 was just stressful. Like you've been grinding, so you didn't got all your skill points because you at level 2 of the career track, level 2 out of
Mhm.
10. You got
Mhm.
all your skill points. You didn't work for a week to get these 3 skill points. Then you realize you need 10 more friends to get a promotion. And then the hoopty pull up to pick you up, and your sim is almost dead because they ain't slept in 3 days to get these skill points, and you think you finna get a promotion, but you need 10 more friends. So the hoopty pull up to my son, and you're like, I can't even make it to work. I need 10 friends. What am I going to work for? To make $100 today for the day? I can't pay the bills with it. I'm talking about baby Seals too. People be glamorizing online. I'm gonna tell you, you can tell who really didn't play the game, who just saying they played the old
Yes.
games, because they
Yes.
be glamorizing. Sims 2 was so much better. If you're talking animation details, sure, not graphics, but details of animation. If you were cutting the pizza, you were seeing the roller cut the pizza. You were, it
Mhm.
was specifically detailed. But I'm like, nah, y'all ain't playing no Sims 2, honey, because we could bear. And then if I could get my kids to grow up, because that was a
Mm.
challenge in itself.
Yeah, if
If
they
they
didn't
made it to
die.
10 years, yeah, my teenager running off, time out. It's nasty here. Like they don't like the decor, so they ran away from home. Baby, Sims 2 stress. Sweet and Spicy says Sims 2 was stressful AF.
It was.
Baby,
You
I
know
don't
what
like
used
my
to
teen
you
running
know what
out
used
out the window, the police bringing them home, Jen. I'm
you
like,
you know what used to freak me out in that game? It was a glitch. They actually fixed it later on, but it was horrible while it was going on. If one of your Sims was pregnant, they could suddenly just die for no
they
reason.
could. I remember that.
They
I
would they would
remember
act
that.
like they were, choking to death, and then they would
Choking.
drop dead. And it was
Yeah.
like, what? But it added a new nuance to the game. And then you were like, okay, now I've got the single parent with this child. How am I going to make this work? And meanwhile, the wife has just died. The husband's there with the kid, and he has to get to work. And if he misses work, he's going to get penalized because
He's
his wife just died.
or fired because you
Or
just
fire.
come home
Yeah.
and your sim come home like this and they can't do nothing. Like they fun is at -10. You can't get them to, they won't even watch TV. You like turn the TV if you got a TV, because the repo man will come so fast and take your stuff, and you'll be like, just watch TV, and he's like, I got fired today. Like, we already don't have no money. So then you think, I'm gonna get a genie. Somebody gives you a genie. I'm gonna fix my life, and then the genie come burn your house down. So now what you got? You're like, we on the streets again. Sims 2 was hard. Let me tell you, you
It
can't tell
was,
me they
still
couldn't
is.
give me the Sims 2 for free. They couldn't give it to me. I'd be like, y'all think I ain't doing it. And you could tell online, Jen, because some of the YouTubers that's been playing but probably weren't playing back
Yeah.
then, they got Sims 1 and 2. They started Let's Plays. Them Let's Plays ended after 3 episodes, honey, because they couldn't do it no more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Some of them are extremely stressful. Like, could you imagine doing a 100 baby challenge in The Sims 2?
You wouldn't get to 3.
No. No.
I think
No.
I think I had one family that had like 3 kids once, but really, yes, and I'll play. I'll play a family with 8 people in the house now. Back
Yeah.
then, Sims 2, I had one family that got to kid number 3, and that's because they had twins and they tricked me. But other than that, on the second time, other than that, it was too much. I
Yeah.
had twins. Jen, both the babies was on the floor laying in some roaches. Candy said
Well,
Candy
you
said her top 3 packs are cottage living, seasons, and growing together. So we haven't heard seasons tonight, and seasons is a great pick. I actually really like
yes.
seasons, and it's so
Yes.
many objects, so much stuff it brings. Ashley, she was like, "Oh, let me get my girl pregnant." It was like 5 days to elder. Wait.
Yes. And the other thing I hope is that this world is not affected by weather. I hope that this world stays kind of like tropical and lush year round because we need a world like that.
I hope so. Cause even our tropical worlds, Tamarang gets really cold. It and then
Yeah.
Solani is a nice tropical world, and it's like a real tropical world. You have a rainy season and a dry season. That's pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
if we get a real tropical world, see you down in Namarata gets really cold.
Which is
In its
unusual
green, in its
because it,
green, you don't as you said, it's unusual because of the where it's based off of, you
right,
think?
right. Because Ciudad and Emerald is based on Mexico.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Parent.
Um,
Tamarang. That's
Tamarang.
that's based on Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam.
Okay.
Yeah.
It gets
So
cool there too.
Thailand. Yeah. It does.
And a little bit, not it can get cold because if you get in the water and it's a little too chill, you can it doesn't snow though.
Really?
It doesn't snow. In its green, you don't have Enchanted by Nature. In its green is really strange. It reminds me of here because in the winter it'll be snow and ice and bad, and then in the summer it'll be a heat wave and you can die of heat stroke.
Mm.
In its green is wow.
My friend Giles lives in Leeds, UK, and he was
Okay.
telling me this past summer it was like hell. Their temperatures were like 97 degrees, 100 degrees, 102. I'm like, but you live in the UK. I mean, the
Like,
polar
didn't know
region's
it
like
get
right
that hot.
next door.
Yeah.
He's like, you think that, but no. He goes, we
It
get
gets hot.
really bad summers.
That's crazy. That's like here. It was 103 a couple weeks ago. Then
Yeah.
it was 50 something yesterday. And then Candy said people sleep on Strangerville and also Jungle Adventure World. I love both of those worlds. I
Yes.
actually got
Yes.
Strangerville late. I feel like that was a couple years ago because I played the
The mother plant.
the criminal who cares there. And Atina defeated the mother plant. That was the first time I got Strangerville. Since then, I built in Strangerville a lot, Candy. I built in there a lot. I did
It's a great
Macy
world to
Crook.
build in.
Yeah, I built Macy Crook. Their rundown house was in Strangerville. I
Oh
love the
yeah.
atmosphere there. Yeah, I did a wedding venue for Sebastian and Britta. Their wedding was in Strangerville up on the top of the hill in the cliffs.
Wow.
Yeah, and I love building in Strange. It reminds me of Oasis Springs, and I love the desert worlds. I love building there.
Yes.
Yeah. But
Yes.
y'all, this is Ashley Roaches, honey. My little infants and Sims too. They be the crib right here. The babies stink. They laying in roaches, and then I look up the social worker comment. It's nothing I can do. The Sims 2 and 3 used to let you try to earn your kid back. They would tell you stuff to do,
Oh
like
yeah.
clean up or get a job, and you
That
could
was
then
traumatic.
it was traumatic, but I like that. I wish they would do in Sims 4 where you could get your babies back, but Sims 2 and 3
Yeah.
would let you earn your baby back. If they told you to get a job and you went and got it and worked for a little while, you could call Sim Social Services and have them come back out and evaluate, to see if you could get your baby back. Now,
Yeah.
if they took them again, they were gone because I did have that happen a couple of times, honey. Because when they came and saw my babies in roaches, they was like, nah, they gotta. Then you could die. You remember that, Jen? You could just die from the roaches because you would catch
Yeah.
the flu from the
Yeah.
roaches.
Yeah.
I guess that's the roach flu. I don't know what kind of flu that is.
Yeah. You would get the flu and then it would transform into pneumonia. And if you had pneumonia, you were basically dead.
Yes.
It was like it was going to kill you. And unless you had the chicken soup, if you made the chicken soup, it could heal you
Yep.
and you could get better. But it
Right.
was really that game was unhinged. And that's
It
another point I
was.
want to bring back is that they've sort of brought that little bit of unhingedness from the Sims 2 back into we saw it with Life and Death, we saw it with B&H, and we're seeing a little bit of it in here. There is a huge amount of room for this pack to be totally unhinged. There are
Yeah.
devious people out there that will do despicable things. And with mods, I can just imagine certain mods what they will do.
Crazy. Hey,
Oh yeah.
Lyra. Hey, Lyra.
Hi,
How are you?
Lyra.
Hey, Simi V. How are you? Yeah, Jen, you're
Hi,
right.
Simi
That
B.
this pack could have lots of chaos, and I enjoyed the chaos. It's just particularly Sims 2 just used to stress me out because by the
Yeah.
time they took my baby, they didn't burn my house down. The genie pop out. The neighbor mad at me, so they didn't put poop on my doorstep that I stepped
Oh,
in,
the
or they
flaming
set
dog
the poop
poop.
on
Yeah.
fire. Yeah, they set the poop on fire because I was looking out the telescope and accidentally looked at them in the window. I didn't mean to.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I
And then the
love
stripper cake,
that.
when they bought the
The
stripper cakes back, but
uh-huh.
these stripper cakes in Sims 4 are not like the old stripper cakes. The
Well,
old
you could
stripper
put them
cakes
in a
is off the
bathing suit.
chain.
You can put them in
Yeah,
bathing suit and stick them in the cake. I mean,
you can. Because the old ones, they had tassels on. They get out the cake, I'd
yeah.
be like, you remember the cage? They had a dancing cage. They be in the
Yes.
cage dancing. I'd be
Yes.
like, ooh, you
That
forgot about
was
the poop on fire.
yes. Yes. But it was amazing. It was awesome. Now they wouldn't do it, but I think they should. I really do. I mean, their players are more mature. Give us some of that unhingedness. Make it a rated M pack for The Sims. I mean, really, we deserve it.
Thanks for listening. Lyra says she's walking the treadmill while she's listening. They had back to school night for her daughter. And you love The Sims 2, Candy. It's almost like the realism of the world, but The Sims 4 plays off The Sims 2. Yeah, I can see a lot of it. And even now, there are people in the community, Jen, they'll be like, they stole this idea from modders. I'm like, no, the modders built this because it was in
Right.
Sims 2 or 3 or even 1,
Right.
and they're just reincorporating it back into the game. Like, no, the modders got it from the game in the first place. Like, it's all good. People
Right.
just be so high strung online. I'm like, y'all gotta get chilled out. Like,
A lot of them, yeah. Yeah. But there's a lot of them there's a lot of modders that are in the EA Creator Network that work with the Sims team. And,
absolutely.
I think that's phenomenal. Like for instance, Little Babub's in the EA Creator Network. And also shout out,
Absolutely.
do you know what Little Babub did? I have to tell you this. I'm
What?
so
What
happy
what
about this. For the
I
longest
need to
time,
update.
I have asked her to make me in-game pasta vazul, which is one of my favorite comfort foods for the fall. I love pasta vazul. And she made me pasta vazul.
Are you for real?
I'm for real.
I
I'm
need
for
to
real.
update.
Yes. Yes.
That
And
is so cool.
yes. And I was like, the Italian in me totally came out. And I was just like, what?
The foodie in me would have came out.
So I told Jess, little Bubba, I said to her, I said, when it comes out, in honor of you, I'm going to make pasta vazul and have it in game at the same time. and take a picture of
That's
it.
cool. That is such a cool story. Like, wow, that's so nice of her too. Candy said if
Yes.
you got the sad clown in your house, he would never leave. The sad clown won't leave my house in the Sims 4. That's why I don't have him back. And then Lyra said, oh, I like this. Lyra said, imagine making a cheer camp in elementary school using this
Oh,
system.
yeah.
Cool.
With high
And
school years, yes,
that would be great. Candy said
you could do
OG
it.
players know the yes, we know. We know what's up. And then you just want to steady sit in Sims 4. Yes, because that's one mod I still use, the steady sit mod. Cause I just be like, sit. I was yelling at my game the other night when I recorded a couple nights ago. I was like, sit down, sit down. Every time one sim, I got two Sims, two Sims. I want them to sit on the couch. They like as soon as one butt touch, the other one like bloop. I'm like, sit
I had there
down.
was this outtake I did from Nina and Amanda. I caught myself on hot mic and I didn't realize it was on. And you hear me be like, Nina, sit down, sit down, sit down. You know, just
Yeah, y'all know what's so funny. So if y'all are subscribed, oh, by the way, again, this is Jen the GX Simmer. I'm KT, the Just Among That Sims. Subscribe to both of our channels. Hit that like button to support. We appreciate everybody here and hope everybody's having a great night. But Jen, I'm forever. A lot of people think because you don't hear me cursing on my channel and I
Mhm.
don't largely maybe a hell no to the no. What's his name?
Hell
Bishop.
no.
Yeah. That's our Bishop that saying Bishop saying that song. They stay playing that song on the radio down here. Other than that, I don't curse on the channel. So a lot of people think I don't curse, which is not true. So sometimes, oh my gosh, my Sims, I'm trying to get a dinner scene, even with the steady sit mod sometimes, because it doesn't lock them down. If they have something else to do, they release. I'm trying to get a whole family sit at the table, and baby, I'm cursing everybody. I'm like, sit your damn now. And the dogs laying in the house like, what they do? Like we done heard that one before. Like, yeah, because y'all show out too. Lyra says she don't curse either. Yeah, I don't curse off the channel, but baby, real life, yeah. I grew up in I grew up in a cursing household. So yeah.
Yes. Yes. You know, there's certain times I just feel like it's warranted. You know,
It is warranted.
it's warranted.
And look, as it connects to Adventures Away, you don't want to curse your little Sims kids. You send them on a vacation getaway.
No. You know,
You send them on a getaway.
it's funny you say that. When the kids are on the screen, I try not to curse at them.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it's like, you know, a thing or whatever. It's like, get your butt over here.
It's funny, Jen. You were saying the other night we were all streaming. You were like, "Oh, I know you have the kids around." Sometimes, like, "Oh, girl, I got on earphones." Like, I'm like, plus they, unless it's an F bomb, honey, they done heard it, but not for me. I try not to say that one, but they hear cursing. And my youngest, I'd be like, "Don't you say that? Don't you go to school and say that? You ain't old enough to say." He'd be like, "I know, mama." And my daughter just be tickled. She just be laughing. She'd be like, "Oh, you crashed out, girl." I'm like, "I needed to."
One of the things I love doing is I love making the Sims curse. That's
Oh, when they
shout
get
forbidden
mad,
words. Yeah.
when they do it on their own, it's extra hilarious. They get
Yes.
mad. Stuff happen. My Sims now. Oh, I can't wait to get y'all to some episodes that's upcoming, y'all. I'm talking about my Sims crashing out. They like one of them was cursing so bad. I was like, "Whoa, no, you didn't." This gotta be funny. But yeah, I do it in real life, but the kids be laughing. They be like, "Oh, mama." I'd be like cursing at situations and stuff. But that Sim mom in that first trailer, she looked like she was ready to curse. So she was like, click, boop, get away. And she went to do that, do them weights and stuff like a wellness retreat. So I thought that was cool. Again, the hairs in the pack, like, ooh, these are just beautiful. All of them. Your 15-year-old was starting to curse, and it threw you. They all, they all curse. Let me tell you,
Yeah.
the dogs. I'll tell my dog something, Jen, and how they'll be looking at me, and my kids laugh. I'd be like, and you better not be cursing me. I'll tell the dogs, you better not be cursing me. And they like, I'd be like, Shadow, go sit down. He'd be like, because he just be wild. He be doing ignorant stuff. The other day, he decided the metal cup holder in the couch was a water bowl. So he over there licking all in the cup holder. And I was like, get off of that cup holder. And he looked like he was cursing me. He walked off. It was the look he threw me like, I was like, you better not be cursing.
You know what's
Do
funny?
you remember?
My dog,
Oh,
I have to tell the story. I think I told this to you off camera, but I'm going to tell this here. My dog knows what the word mother effer is, and he thinks that they're bugs. So
is that
I
what you
guess
saw? He said when
I
you
guess
saw bugs.
every time I see one, I'm like, your mother, you know.
No,
So he
no.
hears this, and one day I go, mother, and I'm like, and just to make sure that it was, I was thinking, does he know? Does he think that's what they are? So I said it again. I said, Max, get those MFs, and he put it up.
Got some bugs. He said, I'm gonna get the bug. There's a bug
Yeah,
somewhere. That's
yeah.
crazy. Candy said, do you remember back in the day when you played The Sims, if you maxed charisma out, it would turn to English? I completely,
Oh,
I don't even
wow.
know if I remember that. Because, well, in Sims 3, I would max charisma. In Sims 2, I didn't max anything in
It
Sims
did?
2. That's cool. That's a cool fact. Hey, I in Sims 2, I never maxed anything. We were just trying to survive and live in Sims 2 and
Wow.
not die of hunger or disease. But in Sims 3, I maxed out charisma. But again, it's been so long. I have forgotten way more about the Sims than I remember, I feel like.
Yeah. I honestly have to
I've
say,
forgotten so much.
I've been playing Sims 4 straight, pretty much. Sometimes I go into Sims 3. Sometimes I do a little bit of Sims 2. Not too often,
Mhm.
but sometimes. But for the most part, I've been playing Sims 4 for the greater part of 10 years. So
Yeah.
it's like, when I go into it, I'm like, oh, yeah, that. Or, oh, yeah, what's that? Wow, I forgot about that. And it's funny what you forget. It really is.
Yeah. I played Sims 3 a long time because I want to say we were probably 4 years into the Sims 4 before I even got the base game.
Really.
Yeah, I just kept going. I did right away. I loved the graphics, but when people bought it and it didn't have several other life stages, I was like, well, I'll just
Yeah.
wait. Even
Yeah.
though I really love the graphics, because to me, the Sims 4 graphics still look amazing.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'll wait. And waiting just turned to like 4 years because I was still enjoying The Sims 3 so much. But y'all remember back then, they never had a pack out this long before they came out with the next one, because Sims 1 wasn't out that long before Sims 2 came out. Sims 2 was preceded by 3 pretty quickly, and
Right.
4 didn't take nearly this amount of time, to get to 4. So I was playing Sims 3 for a long time. But when I went to 4, I couldn't ever go back to 3 just because of the look of the game. The graphics were just so much better in 4. But
Oh, yeah.
they had toddlers and everything by then. The only thing that irked me was the teenagers looking so grown. So what
Yeah.
I tend to do is
Yeah.
just make my teenagers skinnier to make them look younger, which I hate because I be wanting a thick teenager that don't look old.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And
Well, sometimes there's some
oh, she said
teenagers
it was
walking
on
around.
Busting Out.
What?
She said
Oh,
that was on Busting Out. Okay, on
okay.
console. Okay, yeah.
There are
That's
some
cool.
teenagers walking around today. They're 16, 17. They look like they're 25.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So it's
So you
possible.
think they keeping up with the times?
It's possible. And then you see some teenagers and then they look like they're 12. I mean,
Yeah,
meanwhile, they're
it's
16.
true. No, it's very true. And then so they are all across the board. I don't know, even the age, even people in like their early 30s and 20s, they're looking older.
Yeah.
Older
Yeah.
sometimes.
What I would love to see as a feature, and I hope that this becomes available eventually. We sort of have it, but it's not quite there. I want to see more with gradual aging. Like we did have that huge update with the skin details where you can make elders actually look like
Hmm.
elders. So one of the things I hate about elders is that they just look like adults with gray hair for the most part.
Yeah.
Except if they
Yeah.
exercise, then they just are like, oh, I'm tired, unless they have stellar stamina. But
Which came with businesses and hobbies.
and I love that mastery perk. That's my favorite.
Me
I
too.
use that
Yeah.
because I'm thinking to myself, if this is an active sim in life, why
Yeah.
did they have to stop being active in real life? One of the most healthiest people that I know who is, in their elder years is eight-time Mr. Olympia, Lee Haney.
Oh wow.
The man is in his late 60s, early 70s, and he looks great for his age. He looks like he could still get on the stage and compete today
Yeah.
and win
Because
another one. Yeah,
I mean, if you worked out your whole life, and even if you haven't, so the people that I call grandparents, my grandmother, she started running marathons at 65. She started training to run, and she just had said, "Oh, this is something I wanted to do my entire life." And she started, and she's 78 now, and she still does marathons.
there you go.
Yeah.
There you
Even
go.
with health problems that she's been through, she still does those. So yeah, I was
There
glad
you
they
go.
did that, and I wish it was easier to get that trait. But yeah, it's a nice trait. And Halira's talking about how her son is taller than her. My daughter's definitely taller than me. My son is really close. He's close. And then you missed the Sims 3, but it was buggy on the computer when you played it. It definitely had some glitches. People glorify
Yeah,
that too. They'll be like, Sims 3 never had problems. I'm like, no, that's not true. Again, y'all
it
must have
did.
not really been playing. It had issues.
It
And
did.
then your only gripe about Sims 4 is just a little too cartoony, but they have improved the graphics. And that's legitimate. And I really like the cartoony look, to the point where when they did like Enzoy, I knew that I would never even try to play it, and people could take it like they want, but the reason I wouldn't, it looked too real for me. I don't like it like
Yeah,
that.
that's my feeling on Insoy too. I look at it and I say, no, that's not my type of game. That really
Not
is
my game.
not my type of game. No,
Mm-mm.
because it's not The Sims. The Sims is The Sims because it has that little bit of quirkiness. It has that lore that we love. It has
Yep.
all those little touches that woohoo. I mean,
It's
the cow
great.
plants,
Yep.
you know, Bella and Mortimer Goth,
Yeah,
the
Lyra says she loves the
pancakes.
cartoon look too. And I know some simmers don't, but a lot of them sometimes, like you said, they have improved some things with it. So if you want to have your sim looking more realistic, I think you can have a more realistic cartoony looking sim. And then
Yes,
there are definitely modders that do like skin overlay stuff that I've never used, but I do understand why
yes,
people use it. But I like the quirkiness of the game. So it's been a thing going around recently, Jen, whereas people like saying realistic sims players are ruining the game, which I'm like, I don't think so. They play how they want to play, and you play how
exactly,
you want to play. I'm not a
exactly.
realistic. I like to have sometimes a realistic story, but I don't want my
Yeah,
Sims to look real. But I just play the game how I like to play the game.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I'm the
You
same way. There's certain things I don't want in my game,
yeah.
that is in real life. No, I don't want it. Like, for instance, some people play with the extreme violence mod. I do not. I do not
Oh,
like
I
it.
can't. I
You
had
know,
it in for like 30 minutes. It's
you
like,
you for
no.
one of your favorite mods is MC Command Center. Nothing against that creator. Command Center is a great mod. I personally don't have it because I think that it allows too much control in your game.
Yeah.
And I don't
It
want
has a
that much
lot.
control. Right. Right.
Yeah. And you know what, Jen? And you bring that up is funny. I'm using it for two things right now. That is to shorten the long lifespan, except that elder, because I want my sim to die whenever they're gonna naturally die.
Right.
But To me, I like to play right in between the normal and the long life is way too long for me.
Hmm.
But I'm thinking about like probably by next week, I'm gonna go back down to the normal lifespan. So I won't need it for that. The only thing I'm still using it for, maybe you have a suggestion, is to keep my cheats on, like the ones you use, like the move BB dot move objects, the show live objects,
Oh yeah.
the testing cheats true stays on. You turn agent off. See, I can't. Jen
Hmm.
doesn't like. She likes to control agent too, right? But
Yes. But it
so
comes with a
so
problem too. I mean, like there's times when you forget it. Like I forgot about this one household I had, and the thing would constantly pop up. Oh, we're thinking about having a baby. Yeah, go ahead. We're thinking about having a
yeah,
baby. Yeah, go ahead. And then they
yeah,
turned out that they had like six babies in their house, and I totally forgot about them. And I'm like, oh my
right.
god. So I'm like, okay, time for a purge, and I'll turn the aging on for the entire game, and just like, okay, everyone who's going to die, die. And
Yeah.
I just I just went through a purge and got rid of, all the Sims that I would meet their natural end, let's just say. And the other ones age up. And then I was like, okay, now stop the aging. Boom. And so I'll turn it on and off periodically once I've reached to a
Yeah.
certain point.
That makes sense. Laura said, "Are we showing the new pack?" We went through it frame by frame earlier. Now we're just chit chatting about all things Sims, including the pack and everything else. but
Yes.
but welcome,
Yes.
Laura. Yeah, and oh, Candy says she's kind of grown to like the cartoon look. But she found some creators that make really good Sims with that look. Now that's true too. I just think I do understand not liking the look all the way, but it doesn't mean you probably some people don't like it too cartoony, but don't want it like Enzoy real either. They're like in the
Right.
middle. You turn
Right.
agent off for active household. See, I like my Sims to age.
I do
And
that
Jen, you
too.
mentioned the chaos. It's the chaos in my game. I like coming back and being like, wait, they with this person now? This
Yeah.
but if I could figure out how to keep my cheese on without having to retype all of them, or I don't like the show live edit objects,
Hmm.
ignore entitlements. I still remember some of the cheats, but
Yeah.
ignore entitlements, those objects in the game you have to earn by career rewards and stuff. I
Yes.
liked all that stuff unlocked. And then leave the debug on. I hardly use it, but if I just type debug, I don't have to type the cheat in. So I'm down to two functions with MC Command Center, and I'm gonna turn agent off. I'm just waiting for two of my households have Sims that are about to have birthdays. As soon as I age them up, I'm turning that off. So then I'm only using MC because I deleted, they have the MC Woohoo mod
Yeah.
and addition. I deleted it a while ago, and so I'm only using the base one, and I'm almost down to just leaving the cheats on. But I used to type all those cheats in before I started playing every time. I could do it again, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah. That's,
I
I
got
mean,
used to it saving time.
that's a really good thing that it does. It allows you to have the time saving thing. You just press a button, boom, there it is. And,
Yeah.
that I think is a really good thing. I know with my mouse, you have programmable mouse too. I know when I press my
Hmm.
one of the buttons on my mouse, I get the cheat window automatically and I'll do, whatever. But UI,
Oh.
yeah, UI extensions I like because once you put in testing cheats enable true, it stays on
Mhm.
permanently. You don't have to turn it off at all as long as you have that mod installed
With UI cheats,
with the UI
I
cheats. Yeah.
I have UI cheats, so I could get rid of the stuff with MC Command Center then.
Yeah. It stays on automatically. You put it in once and UI will keep it.
I did not know. See, I told y'all Jen knows stuff, not just the game sims, the mod stuff sims too.
And
And
has
one thing about Jen, if y'all don't know, if she doesn't know, baby, she will go to the creator expeditiously and ask them questions.
I have several times. That's how I
Good.
became friends with, little Babub. And,
Mhm.
why I'll go up to 6MCC and be like, hey, I really love this new kit you have. And I think it's amazing. And I can't wait to showcase it. And yeah, sometimes you don't know until you take that step because, yeah,
Yeah.
they're well known modders all over the community, but they just, you never know. You just talk to somebody, be like,
A
hey,
lot of down to earth people, yeah.
yeah,
And Candy's saying that some cinemas play stories that deal with addiction and abuse, and that's too real. And sometimes it can get
yes.
too real, and especially based on your life experiences, when I want to do an addiction storyline, for example, I would have them addicted to what's the fruit from Strangerville, Jen? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that makes them glitch and
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
have them do that versus doing basemental drugs or something. I don't want that
yeah.
mod. Oh, I play with neighborhood stories. Do you, Jen?
I do not. I used to
I
until
do.
it started doing things like killing certain Sims.
Yeah, I will. But I do play with it again. It's the chaos it brings. I like that. Sixum has great content. Agreed. You can
Yes.
copy and paste some of those too. You're right, because what I think I'm gonna do between UI cheats and I'm gonna retype. I used to have a Word document with them out, and I can just copy and paste them. And yeah, so I'm getting rid because y'all know I'm down to UI cheats. I don't have any like CC. I still got a few infant hairs, but that's it. I don't have any custom content. Y'all, we're gonna wrap up in about 5 minutes. That sound good to you, Jen?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. But yeah, I know it's late where Jen is. It's late where I am. It's really late where
Yeah.
she
It's
is.
almost 11
But
o'clock here.
your storylines are usually real sweet. Yeah, I like, and I'll say this, I watch Jen's
Yes.
channel. She definitely has some real hitting storylines. I just find that I can do it within what I have in the
Yes.
Sims.
Yes.
If I'm cheating, they can cheat. If it's addiction, I can use that doggone strange fruit. I
Yes.
can make it happen like that. I have you just it's like a creative thing, but okay, for example, you were talking about stuff being too real. So I was watching It's Me Troy, and she showcases mods.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she was showcasing, okay, is this Panda Salmon that has the realistic, who is that with the realistic
Childbirth.
birth? Yeah.
I think that is Panda Sama. See, and
Okay, because
that's a
I've
great
never
mod,
played with it.
but
Is
I would I don't want that in my game either. It's a
me
little bit
either,
too much for
but
me.
oh my gosh, Jen, she did an add-on to the mod because I've never played with either. I don't want to. Um, and it was a stillbirth,
Oh God, no, no.
and I will say this outright, I've never had that, but it's definitely happened to somebody really close to me, and it was
Mm,
very traumatic. It was very horrible, very painful, and I had to click off of the video because it was too
yeah, I
much.
can't. No.
And I saw people in the chat saying, "Oh yeah, this happened to me," and I'm like, "Oh my God, God bless you! I don't even know how you're watching this because it's like, and you applied the modder because gosh, you did something big here, but then
Yeah.
it's like it's too much for me though personally, you know. I don't
Yeah.
want my Sims too real because again, if you use the Sims as an escape, I read a lot too, as you know, Jen. I
Yes.
read for an escape. And when I read, you're going to cover some heavy stuff in a book, but
Yeah.
it's still, I don't know, I guess it's the way it's done and it's still like a escape. But if I get too real
Yes.
in my Sims, like the banking mod. I don't want the banking mod in my Sims. If I can't pay the base bills, then that's
Hmm.
enough drama for me. I didn't have to struggle to pay bills before. I've had like I don't want to do that in my game. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want to. You said some people never kill their Sims. They're talking about some people don't like their Sims to die, and I get it. I don't mind my Sims. I just say it's part of life, and we roll on.
Exactly. I usually keep my Sims for about, I would say, 2 3 years.
Mm-mm.
About, because I think
Yeah,
that's a good lifespan. Um, but eventually they meet their end.
yeah,
Although,
yeah.
although with the rebirth feature, I do have a plan in motion that I'm leave it at that. And I'm curious. I have done rebirth on one of them with Christine as an infant. What I got to say about that is, when you rebirth them, you don't want them as infants or kids because it takes too long for them to get to the point where you can actually have fun with the rebirth part of it. So
Yes.
if you're gonna do it, do what you did. Make them a teenager or a
At
young adult.
least. And if I
Yeah.
had to redo it, it would be a young adult for sure. You're
Oh
right.
yeah.
And then that
Yeah.
time about the horses being in the apartments with neighborhood stores,
Yeah.
they do, they do be in there.
Yes, that's like
Now
neighborhood stories. They've
the
adopted
horses
a
on the
horse.
islands, I saw people saying horses on islands don't work in the Sims. Now, here's the catch: they do work. If you're in island living, you just have to be on the main part of the island. Don't be on one of the ones
Oh,
that's surrounded by water with no connecting part to the island. Because people
okay.
like my horse won't run. I'm like, because it's water. But if you get on the main part of the island, I had Shay Mysterio Ghost Hunter, and he had a horse, and they lived in Sulani, and he rode the horse around Sulani all the time. So
Wow.
yeah, just put it on the main part of the island. If you do a horse, they can absolutely live, and you can ride them all through Sulani. You just can't go to those outskirt islands and build a house and put a horse out there because it can't leave.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
they don't like how rebirth are placed on already established families. I understand that too.
yes. Yes. And that's the only
So
way you can do it. You have to put them in established families, right?
yep, you have to. You have to. When Ember was reborn, we put her back with her husband, Sammy, but at that point, she was like his daughter. I was like, oh no,
That's
he was
gross.
married to her. It was gross.
That
I
is
was like,
gross.
I didn't know she would come back as like a daughter almost. And I was like, oh my God.
Well, you could set up a household with like one sim in it, and then you could put them in that household and then kick that other sim out. And,
Some
you know,
planning. Then they can
yeah,
be on their own.
yeah. Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
So yeah, let's see, that's you and your Sims don't die. Candy said her
Yeah.
Sims, she used to mess with townies because she's built their families and storylines. Okay, that's cool to see somebody that plays with townies, because some people will, but a lot of people won't. So I
Yeah.
love to see the way people sim differently. So as we get ready to wrap up, Jen, tell me your final thoughts on the Sims 4 Adventures Away and whatever else.
Well, this sealed the deal for me, really. The gameplay trailer was absolutely phenomenal. There are so many features that are going to be offered in this pack that we did not see in the initial trailer that we saw in this trailer. Plus, with the dev deep dives on Discord that are coming out, where the sim gurus are answering questions from simmers, there's so much this pack is going to offer. I think it's going to be high on my list, really. I can see this dethroning um, my current top three, maybe
Yeah.
even getting to, I don't know if he'll go to number one. I mean, it takes a lot to get life or death knocked out, but it can be a possibility. I really think they really did a great job here with Adventure Awaits. Now, when it comes out, we need to see if it holds up to its promise. And as long as those bugs stay away, that's the main thing.
Yeah, I agree, Jen. I agree 100%, and I really with everything you said. If as long as it's not buggy, which I have high hopes, because the Life and Death team, if they're doing this, the Life and Death pack was not super buggy. The little bugs it had, they quickly put patches out for it, and you talk about how important that is all the time, Jen.
Hmm.
And then businesses and hobbies did not have a lot of bugs. The few bugs it had, they put out the patches really quickly. So I'm impressed. I'm definitely going to pre-order. I would like to see the full catalog of the build, buy, and the cast first. I mean, it's not like
Yes.
I'm not gonna buy it even then, but I would like to see it, then go ahead and pre-order. And
Yes.
I'll be streaming live probably with Ember when the night it comes
Oh,
out.
I know you will be. I
I want
know
to
you
move
will
her
be.
to Gibby Gibby. And
I'm going to be chomping at the bit, waiting to get home from work so I can get on it for a little while to just check it out for a little while and
yeah.
also catch your live at the same time.
And I'll be looking forward to your first storyline with Adventure Awaits
I
Incorporated.
can't wait to show it to you.
You want to sign off, or you want me to do it, Jen?
I will say, everyone, thank you for coming by. It is awesome to be on your channel, KT. Thank you so much for hosting me and this podcast. Everyone, thank you for being in the chat. And until next time, take care. Bye bye.
Thanks, Jen. Bye, everybody.
Take care, everyone.
Bye. Good night.